Welcome to our reality, everyone. I don't know why you're here, but I'm glad you are because tonight we are going to be talking about the Big Brother 27 finale. After 80 plus days, I gotta say, I didn't know we would be here talking about a finale quite like the finale that we watched last night. Talk about expect the unexpected. Talk about a winner that was like our far off and away fantasy shot at winning this game, but someone that we put like all of our hope in. And if you're not someone that is like that just happens to be watching this podcast, don't worry. This will be for you too, I promise. But just what a 2 hours of television. I can't wait to recap it. I can't wait to talk about this entire season, what we think about it, how it fits in the grand scheme of Big Brother, and just anything and everything, reactions, post-game interviews. We're talking about it all. It's going to be a mess, but it's going to be a fun mess. And we are almost fun, so it's perfect. So everyone that is here, we are live here on YouTube. Pop in the chat if you feel need to talk about anything from last night, anything about the season. We are here. So yeah, with that, let's get started. My name is Barrett if you're joining us here for the very first time. And joining me as always is one of my esteemed Big Brother colleagues. It's the Nick City, and for a very special guest tonight, since we've teased it so much in the past 10 minutes. It is the Zach Perez joining us tonight to talk about the Big Brother 27
I've been
finale.
applying for 10 years.
And
We
Zach is
accepted
finally
your application, Zach.
since this, I mean, this is the 10th season we've covered. So since day one, Zach has been just DMing me, just like, can I come on? Anyway, before we get too crazy, Nick, I'm gonna come to you first. After the finale, what are you thinking? What are your initial thoughts now that you've had a day to really sit on everything?
I'm extremely happy. So am I allowed to just like say what the hell happened at this point?
I guess I
or
didn't
do
really
you
set
want
it
me
up
to go
that well.
there?
I should probably say that who actually won. Oh my god.
Because- I don't know if you want me to wait, but I mean, I'm very happy with the finale, is what I'll say. I may or may not be wearing black because we might have had a casualty along the way, but I think it was worth it. Oh, we're all in black. Are we all mourning the same
we all
person? I think
accidentally
so.
we
Yeah.
after the White
Um,
Locust, we all just kind of
Yeah.
got the
Maybe
memo.
this is the funeral 2.0.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, no, I'm very happy with the way that everything turned out, obviously. Um I can't believe that people aren't, honestly. I feel like I've seen a lot of people online be like kind of shook about what happened, but I'm here for it. I feel like I've always dreamed of like a winner in like this kind of scenario before, where like all they need to do is win that one HOH and cut the right person and they win the game, even though they haven't had this like massive like in your face resume. Always wanted somebody to win the game like that, and we finally got that last night. So I am extremely happy,
Yeah.
to answer your
I
question.
I can't wait to really deep dive. I didn't set this up in the right way, which I guess I'll do after the fact now. So, Zach, very generally, what are your thoughts on the finale last night?
I mean, it had everything we needed going into it. We got drama, we got intrigue, we got, a cheater's quarrel. And, we had
Cheat Island.
Yeah, Cheat Island. We had it all. And it didn't end the way that we expected, which, we always say expect the unexpected, but we finally got that in a good way.
We usually make fun of it, yeah.
And I'm just ready to dive into it. It was such a great finale. And, haters are going to hate, but the winner earned it.
Okay. With that, let's set up our finale. So where we left off last week, we had 4 remaining players in the game in Morgan, Vince, Ashley, and Ava. Since then, we saw Ava get evicted, and our 3-part HOH went underway. As we saw last night in the finale, it was Morgan that pulled out part 1, and it was Ashley that pulled out part 2. And then it was Ashley pulling out part 3, evicting Morgan, and then beating Vince in the final two on a 6-1 vote. And just saying that alone, we're probably going to have multiple hours to dissect all of this and talk about our very favorite things that went into last night's episode. But the first thing that we should probably talk about, the big headline here, is that Ashley Hollis is the winner of Big Brother 27. In now ingrained in Big Brother history, the winner that we did not expect, but the winner I think a lot of people needed in this season after everything that happened about 20 days ago on this season. It was kind of like, all right, now we have the person to root for. So if you were someone that was, I think, split, or you're saying, or your fandom was being questioned by White Locust, I think the finale last night was definitely for you to see these things come to fruition. If you're a fan of the social abilities in a Big Brother game and not necessarily comping out like we've seen a lot of players do in recent memory in Big Brother, then last night was definitely the finale for you. And I think if you just didn't want like Vince to win, if you just saw Vince Panaro being the ultimate winner of this game, I think last night was definitely the finale for you. So Nick, I'm going to come to you again and just talk about like now that we can talk about specifics, now that I've actually said the winner, talk about Ashley, talk about just her as a player, her as a winner now, and just your immediate, I guess, again, day after thoughts.
I love Ashley as a winner. Like I was saying, Juan kind of said like an Enzo resume, and like yeah, kind of. Like I feel like in All Stars, that was like my dream, was like Enzo winning the final HOH and like cutting the right person and like winning over Nicody. I would like have lived. But anyways, about Ashley. I so when she won the final HOH, gagged. Like you have no idea. I saw my girl Morgad and she was like cracking under that pressure. Like when she kept switching the answers, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Because every single time she switched it, Ashley got it right. And I was like, she's like, what is she doing? I was like, you have the right one, girl. Trust yourself. Like you've won so many things at this point. Like, and I felt like she cracked under the pressure. That's how I read it. And I get it, 750K is a lot of money. And you're on like live TV, it's the finale. I totally understand. But Ashley was on. Like she was locked in for that comp. You saw it too. And then once she won and like the way she answered those jury questions, I was like, lawyer Ashley has arrived. And it felt like she like took off like a mask at the end of a horror movie or something, and like she was like a total different person. Like I feel like a lot of people viewed her as like this ditzy, like a dumb blonde. She's not like blonde obviously, but
What
you
she
know what I
wanted,
mean.
yeah.
A legally
Right.
blonde?
Right, exactly, Zach. So I think that like she played so hard into that like people were really shocked when she was giving those answers. And not to back up for a second, but I have to. But when she won the final HOH and evicted Morgan, I honestly was really scared that Vince was gonna win, because those roundtables when like Rachel was talking about if Dr. Will can win, so convinced. I was like, oh, she has such a bad read right now. This is not correct, Rachel. Like, what are you doing? And I was really scared that it was gonna be like a 4-3 where Rachel ended up voting for Vince. But once Morgan came out and like Rachel started screaming, I was like, she did it! Like Ashley won the game. This is crazy. Like
it was, yeah, last night was definitely filled with little hints of just like, oh, Ashley's definitely going to win. Between the high five between Rachel and Will, and then, well, Rachel's scream was not a hidden clue that Ashley was going to win at that point. But I totally agree. That round table, we'll talk about it in a little bit too, of just Rachel being like, we're not going to be a bitter jury, and then starts comparing Vince to Dan and Dr. Will. And I'm like, no, this could not be the finale we're having. It was terrifying.
It's like she was on our podcast.
Yeah, it was, yeah, where we're having the random comparisons, which I'll never do again. Like that definitely was my last one after hearing Rachel.
Lawrence Dan.
Yes, no. We're not doing this again. But no, I totally agree, Nick. Well said. Zach, same thing. What do you think of Ashley as the winner?
I mean, it could. This is honestly after Rachel left. This was the perfect scenario, in my opinion. I mean, not only are my two favorite people like duo in the house, uh, they're my two favorite duo in the house, but now they're a winner duo, and quite honestly, she came out of the woodworks. Unfortunately, Will spoiled the fact that she was a lawyer, but I, I obviously fans are gonna fan, and they're gonna be like, "Ugh, she didn't even deserve it. She wasn't even deserving, or it
We
was
will
just a
get
bitter
into
jury."
that, believe me.
Yeah, which one? There is no such thing as a deserving winner. Two, there's no such thing as a bitter jury.
Eh, I disagree with that,
I
but
okay. I see what you mean though. I think that a
there's
bitter
definitely better
jury
juries.
is completely allowed. I think is what
I mean,
how I view it. Like I think a bitter jury is totally necessary if the player deserves it. You know,
I
If
guess
which
the
it
again is
is,
player
subjective, but
deserves it, that's the key. Right. And I'm
but
not
I
saying
feel
Vince
but that's
like,
deserved
also
that.
saying like it's subjective to
But
say they deserve it or not. Sorry, Zach, keep going.
well, yeah, but I feel like this is not that. I mean,
No,
mind
yeah,
you,
no, I'm
it
agreeing
did,
with you.
yeah, it did not help Vince's case that, yeah, no one was a fan of him. Uh, but that wasn't the sole fact why she won. It
hmm
was not, it was not, um, Ashley won because Vince, or wait, well, you know what
it
they
was
say, like,
Ashley won. It wasn't because Vince. It wasn't that Vince lost. It was that
why,
Ashley
yeah,
won.
Yeah.
yeah, why did Vince lose? It's no, it's not why did Vince lose, it's Ashley won, I guess is the,
Yeah.
yeah.
I see what you mean, and no, that's true. And just reading like Keanu's post game interview, I believe it was with Dalton Ross. He was saying that if Vince had been that final HOH and cut Morgan, and had a good enough answers in his interrogation, which he did not in the
Mm-hmm.
case with Ashley, that he would have considered voting for him, or that he would have leaned Vince if all of that came to fruition. So that maybe that's the case for other people in the house too. If Vince wins that final HOH, there is a path that he could potentially win this entire game. But we didn't have that scenario. We had Ashley dominating a final HOH, making the right cut, and then completely annihilating Vince in the jury questioning. So everything that needed to happen happened perfectly for Ashley in this case. And one thing I do want to talk about before we really go through this episode beat by beat is just how often are we seeing a final three in a finale of Big Brother like this, where we have the underdog in a sense. In this case, Ashley was the playing third wheel to the two main characters on the show, winning the final HOH. Not only that, winning part two and coming in clutch to win part three after not winning an HOH the entire year. Also, Ashley, first winner to have the final HOH be their only HOH of the entire season. Um, to also make the right cut to cut Morgan, and then say all of the things that she needs to say. Like, how often do we have the underdog do all of these things in a finale of Big Brother? Because it seems like we are always left with the most expected outcome. Or if we do have the
Right.
underdog win the final HOH, they don't bring the right person. They bring the person that ends up beating them. So just like, and maybe that's just opening up the floor, because I was trying to think through, which is like, what is the last time this really happened? Because I know Steve cutting Vanessa and then winning the game is a good comparison to this in terms of cutting the right person and being kind of the
I want to talk
underdog.
about
But
that.
is there another good example of this in recent history that you can think of? Also, I just want to say, Victor, um, saying Vince, the unsung hero that sleep deprived Morgan into losing, is just cruel.
Like,
But
Vince deserved it
uh,
all.
but I just, at least
I don't.
if
Yeah,
if
I
it's
don't
not
think.
17, I at least wanted to say that this was a really cool finale for that element alone.
Yeah,
Um,
it's hard to say, I guess, because I feel like in 17, like you had Liz, and like I don't know if like Liz and Vince are kind of on the same level, in my opinion. So like the final two, I feel like is a little
no,
different, I
yeah,
guess.
it's really
But
just the
like
third place. Same thing with Boogie cutting Janelle. I see you, Colton.
right, but I completely get the Vanessa comparison of the situation, because it's like Morgan and Vanessa were both comp beasts as well. And I guess you could throw Janelle in there too. But
Yeah.
like they were very much like the comp girls, and then they lost at the last moment when they needed it the most. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I very much do appreciate Ashley's kind of win, of course. Um, but I think that like what I'm learning out of people's reactions over the past few days is that the editing crew for CBS, they need to learn how to edit these episodes a little bit better, because I feel like I should not be arguing why Ashley should win over Vince with so many
Right.
people. And it's because people don't watch the live feeds, and they don't, you know, like I
Well,
had like one of my casual friends text me last night, and she was like, "Thoughts?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm hype." And she was like, "Really?" She was like, "Ashley didn't do anything all season. Like Vince was making big moves." And I was like, "What are we I was like, I thought everyone hated, like, what is going on? Everyone hates Vince. Like, I don't, since when are we like pro Vince? I don't understand. Like what the hell?" Um and like I think people have like this perception of like winning a lot of comps as making moves. Cause I was like, what moves? I literally said to her, I was like, I don't know like what moves you're like talking about, because I feel like whenever he won HOHs, Morgan just told him what to do. And he did things like get rid of Lauren. Like that didn't help him. So I don't know like what like you mean by big moves. And I feel like the casual viewers of the show, they like view the show now as like they got to win things. That like if they're not winning things, they're not doing anything. And I hate that that is how people view the show, because that's not how Dr. Will won, and Dr. Will is like the mastermind. So spoiler, but
Well, he's not.
well, right, sorry. So it's like I hate that that's how like the perception of like what a good player has like morphed into.
Mhm.
It's now become the person who can win 100 things in one season, even if they do stupid things with their wins. It's like, I don't know. I hated that.
No, you
also,
reminded me. Oh, go ahead, Zach. I
I
got something later.
was about to say, let's recap Vince's big moves because of his HOHs. First HOH, he took out Zay, someone that he wanted to work with. Second HOH, he took out Catherine, someone that he wanted to work with. Third HOH, he took out Kelly, someone he had a final two with.
He forgot
Fourth
about though in
HOH,
his defense.
Fourth
He did.
HOH, he took out Keanu, someone else that he promised a final two with. What big moves did he make?
Right.
Well,
And those weren't even the outcomes that he wanted.
Yeah, because they were what Morgan wanted. That's the
No,
thing. Is that like
exactly.
everything like that's what like I don't understand. I felt like, and I also had a lot of, actually I'll wait till I get to that point because it's somewhere down the line.
yeah, we
So
got a lot to talk about.
yeah, but I feel like you know what? I'll ask. How do you guys feel about Vince as an overall, like, now that the
Wait,
season's over, what do we think? Sorry. Is that
no,
what we
it's
were
okay.
doing next?
No, it's fine. I'm fine with it. I had the picture for it, right?
It's it's just hard to even think to who to compare him as, like, because he he
Yeah.
constantly was giving out empty promises, and like people were comparing him to Paul, but I don't even see that
Just
because
Paul in disguise. I
I
heard
mean,
a YouTuber refer to Vince as like Paul 2.0 with no confidence. Is how she described him. It's Dina the Explorer on YouTube if you watch any of her
That's
updates.
funny.
so Paul
I think it's so
whenever
true.
he said, "I don't know, I didn't watch."
No, you did watch that season, weird, thankfully enough. But like Vince, you bring up a good point. Like the preseason Vince Cody, like in disguise comparisons. Of course, he was inevitably going to get second place. Like, why would he not at
Yeah.
that point?
That's just Paul with a mask on.
Yeah. He's Paul. He's got like This is like this is definitely the persona that Paul would take on if he was pretending not to be Paul, trying to play Big Brother again. Oh, hey
And
guys,
getting
it's
skin
just
again.
it's me, Vince. But the only to lose the final two again, just beauty. But Vince is. I don't know how to think of Vince because when you look at him, he's someone who claims he's a super fan, but he's only seen a third of the show in its entirety. Didn't even watch the season of the player that was playing the season with him. That's how much of a super fan he is. And she was on 2 seasons. So like you had a chance, man. But so like from the get-go, I didn't really want to claim Vince as a super fan. I also think it's pretty lazy of Big Brother to say a super fan is the guy who's been watching for a decade in a show that's nearly 3 decades old at this point. But he did everything that he said he was kind of gonna do. He sounded like he was gonna be or thought he was gonna do at least.
I mean, yeah, he did the Wawa strategy. Yeah, he did cry
wing
all the
adapt,
time.
wing adapt.
The
thing he said,
wah. Yeah, that's what he did.
after looking at his preseason interview, his self-awareness abilities, while they may be high, it doesn't seem like he cared about them at all in the house, because he was definitely aware that he was hurting the feelings practically of everyone. And he was very aware that he was going to lose this game at the end. And he was very aware that Morgan was taking over his HOHs towards the end. And he was very aware of what he was doing with his human relationship connection in the house too. So like he was really good on that. He was just really shitty at implementing it.
Barrett. That's
yes, I
all
understand.
they have.
And even down to the end, as he's being questioned, like, can you tell us you were just being emotionally manipulative? Can you tell us that the crying was fake? Can you just do all? Can you just fucking own it? He couldn't even do it. He sat there and said no. Yeah.
Well, I feel like the crying wasn't fake, if I'm being honest with you. I think
he said they were in the
like,
DR though a few times. Am I crazy? He did.
How? No,
I mean,
no, that
I don't
definitely is
remember that,
not.
actually, but I think he's used to just being a whiny little biatch in real life, and that's just how he is.
And he also in the DR. It's not. Sorry. What you're referring to? He never said that they were fake. He was pointing out, who was it? Amy. Was it Amy crying to him?
Yeah.
Or he was like, I know these tears because I cry those tears.
I see what you mean. I feel like
I
he's
forgot about
said
that.
in the DR at least a couple of times that he was hamming up his emotions. I swear
Okay,
he has said that.
I think he may have, yeah. But
If he didn't, I could be wrong. If he's Vince, this is how Vince is. I just don't believe it. Sorry, especially with how much he's lying in his interviews. Still, like I don't know. I hate to be that guy, but it's just if nothing else, it disappoints me that he didn't own up to anything in the game, and just spewed out nonsense in all of his answers. And like, if you're so self-aware, why do you not know your game when you had like 4 HOHs, nearly broke the record, was in control the entirety of like even down to the White Locust twist, it seemed like. Or at the very least, you just could not be evicted from this game, that you weaseled your way to the end, and you just can't say that you did any of it. And in fact, you're trying to be the friend to everyone. And this is so getting ahead of everything. But since we brought up Vince, I'm really glad to say all this.
Well, not only that, it's the contradictory of himself, of like of him literally, we'll get into the questions and everything, but one of the questions being like, how do you feel about being emotionally manipulative or whatever? And he's like, I don't feel like I was that way. I feel like I just wanted to be my authentic self. Okay, so you just admitted that you're authentically emotionally manipulative. Gotcha.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I didn't see anyone even paying attention to him for his answers anyway. So
no. Kelly was.
Well, Kelly actually. Yeah,
this was Kelly's best episode.
Kelly had. Oh my god, I'm really getting ahead. But before I forget, Kelly had her lying and crying line, in the jury roundtable, and when she said it there, I was like, "Ain't no way that's coming back again." Until she brought it up again in her jury question. Is like, she loved that line. But
that's a good line.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this. Where would you like rank Vince in this cast? Because I got into an argument with people about this today.
In terms of what? Just like
Like
Like,
what?
so like, would you rank him in the top half of the cast, the middle half of the cast, towards the bottom, the very bottom? Like, where would you put him? Like, if you were to rank the whole cast? Because
Lower.
I ranked Vince, if I'm being honest with y'all, I ranked Vince third to last. I had two people
oh,
ahead of
Yeah,
him.
mine would be like lower middle or low high, kind of. About like fourth or fifth or fourth, fifth around there.
Right, like towards the bottom, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Okay.
because
Colton saying top half, Shy Boy saying middle.
See, I got into arguments because some of my friends were ranking him in the top half, and I was like, "What is wrong with you people? We just spent 80 days shitting on him," and they were like, "Yeah, but he lost, so it's kind of funny now, and it's entertaining when you look back at it." I was like, "But I don't like him. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
I
a
don't
fan of him
know."
right now. I don't like a year from now. I'll probably rank him higher. Just like
Right, like,
I think when I
maybe
rewatch
if I
this season, I'll
rewatch
be
it,
yeah. I think he'll be a
right?
real. I saw someone say he'll be a really fun villain in the future for us, and I'm like, I can kind of see
it's
that.
not even.
Sure.
He wouldn't even be that though. That's the
Okay, or at
thing.
least like he's not a hero by any means.
Well, yeah, he's
So
not a hero. He's not a villain. He is a whiny bitch.
and he doesn't win at the end. That's what'll be fun to rewatch.
I'm
It's like we
trying
know
to.
he's going to lose. Now it's more fun to me.
Yeah. Right.
Um,
Well, right, and like that's like the arguments like people were saying to me, and like how Colton is saying like he was a character. Um, so I don't know. I wanted to gauge how you guys felt about it because I was like so passionately arguing with people this morning about how do you have Vince in the top half of the cast when we just all were rooting against him for the entire season.
no.
So I don't know. Maybe I do my rankings differently, but
Maybe
if I don't like somebody, they're going on the bottom of it.
I mean, like I would have to do all of these rankings. I would have to look at this entire casting because I think there are a lot of people I would put below Vince.
put-
I'm like I'm not gonna say I wouldn't put like Riley and Kelly,
Riley and Kelly were
and
my two below
Catherine
Vinces.
and
People
I-
had Kelly high too because of how she acted after she was out of the house. And I was like, yeah, after
That's-
she was out of
you
the
mean
house. That
the 6
doesn't make
days that
sense.
she breathed fresh air? Like no.
Yeah.
Also, the time whenever she's not under surveillance 24/7, so we don't know how she is. Yeah,
Right.
Right.
Yeah, which I mean, Kelly was much better in an edited jury roundtable, and and then with her question and laughing
Edited.
at Vince, like that was great. I did enjoy all of that, but no, I don't think like Kelly wasn't necessary in this season or the game in general at all, and so
What?
I just can't put like Vince at least played or like
but the blockbuster
likes the game and knows what it is. I feel like that by default, it's kind of like when you put your name on the ACT, you at least get like a number. Like I feel like by that, I have to put Vince up above a number. You get a score. By that, I at least put Vince.
That's funny.
So, but this cast is especially weird. So that's the only reason I
It
think Vince
is.
would
It
rank
is a
above some
very
people.
weird cast overall too, and like I very much want to talk about the pre-jury when we get there, but like there's so many like this cast is very interesting. I feel
Yeah.
like, and it's gonna age weirdly good.
Yeah, we'll see. I did want to play this clip, but we do need to talk about the episode.
Yeah,
We'll get there.
play the clip.
Okay. I thought it was just really, I can't even remember what made me search for this clip, but I think, it was when Nick, you were talking about just Ashley's lack of edit this season, really, and the lack of people even knowing. And we talked about Zingbot last week, and just how Zingbot really is a reflection and always has been of what casual viewers see in the house guests.
Yes.
And I said
Uh-huh.
Ashley's reminded me of Angela's last year, where it was so offensive, like
Ah.
you are not going to win this game kind of energy. And I'm glad to know that it didn't impact anything. But I just wanted to have everyone rewatch this part. There's a little edit at the end. Thanks, Tooms.
Little friend, Rachel had a little friend. Her name escapes me now. And everywhere that Rachel went,
Wait for it.
Rachel went. Everywhere that Rachel went, this clinger was sure to go.
Oh
Hard.
my
It's a hard
god.
edit. Sorry. Shocker Vince there.
That was incredible.
But yeah, let's talk about the episode. We got so much time to talk
Yes.
about jury, pre-jury, everyone that we want to talk trash about or
Post-jury.
applaud. Thank you everyone in
Jury
chat. I
duty.
see all of y'all, by the way. There's a lot of comments about Vince that I saw. Trail said he was wasted potential. I think that is like, especially for a super
That's
fan
a really
casting.
That's
I think that's
definitely.
Is it wasted or is it just we? I feel like he
I
was
think
just.
he had potential, but like
I don't think it's wasted. I feel like it's what's it called? Overrated potential. Because
expand on
this is-
overrated potential.
Yeah,
this
I've
is
never
who
heard of
he-
overrated potential.
this is who he is. Like, yes, he has the components, but you cannot hide who you are. Like, theoretically, unless he goes to some psychiatrist or something like, I'm not a doctor, so mind you, I'm not like this, or I don't know
We'll
fully.
get Nick
but-
Macaron on here.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
doxing him. Okay.
No, not
Uh,
that. That's
Oh!
Keep going, Zach.
21. Are you kidding
Oh.
me?
My bad. Anyway, well, doxing Nick 2021. Okay. So you cannot change fundamentally who you are if you're like this, as in emotional, crying, whining all the time. Like, we didn't know he was like this before going into the season. So that's why I say he's overrated potential.
Okay, I see what you mean there. I would interpret that more of like there was definitely a character they wanted out of Vince, and they just did not really get that. Like, they got the whine. I think the whininess was all there. I think they expected that. They just didn't expect him to like put up his allies every single week and just like then
Yeah.
get distracted with the human connection for the last month.
I honestly think that they thought Vince was going to be like the next mastermind. Not to be like, but like I really thought that they cast him to be like the gamer of the season. Like, he's going to be
Yeah.
the super fan that like
Gamer
gets his
guy.
hands dirty and enough. I'm still mourning. So yeah, I agree with, I think that they cast him to be like that archetype, and it did not, obviously, like, I guess it kind of went that way, but not how they expected. Like, yeah, he was like the mastermind, quote unquote, but was he?
No.
Exactly.
No, that's why Rachel's comments about like Vince is responsible for every one of you being here kind of frustrated me a little bit more, because it's like that's giving
Right.
Vince far too much credit that I think he deserves.
Exactly.
This man was really like having power just because he won competitions, which is not a very cool way to have power, in my opinion. I think it's way cooler when like your allies win competitions and you're steering the ship, and then when we
Yeah.
have to. But he was just winning and then taking it, like not making deals really, or if he was just backstabbing people anyway. He was just doing like if his strategy of micro weeks, micro weeks of Big Brother, like he also mentioned with his wing adapts paragraph that he said in his preseason interview, was like, if that's what he was doing, sure, that makes a little bit more sense. Maybe he did implement that strategy, but obviously that's only going to get you to the point that he was at, which is playing the game that nobody respects, which is a bit wasted in my eyes. It's so preventable. Who said Vince was his own worst enemy? I feel like we've said that all year, and then time after time, we've had that clip, or at least I have in my head, of Julie saying, "This is Vince's worst nightmare. What will he do?" And it keeps coming up because he puts himself in that position every single time.
So it's hard for us to feel bad for him.
Yes, but I also think that's going to be what we find entertaining about Vince in the future when we rewatch Big Brother 27. Dare I say? I'm not saying
Like
I put him in the top
BB19?
half of my cast, but like
No,
I have not
BB19
rewatched 19 since it came out.
Me
so-
neither, but I feel like BB19 would make me mad because I still feel like Paul should have won.
I think
Yeah,
we should
that's
talk about
true.
the episode on that note.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about 19. We just had a good finale. We're not talking about a bad one.
True. Okay, this is where the finale talk starts. Timestamp. In the future. Okay. So where we left off, like I said, Ava was the last person evicted. We had an entire Morgan reign sweeping the power. And from there, we had a final three of Ashley and Vince and Morgan. Ashley crawling her way, Ashley being in the judges, the greatest thing that's ever happened in the history of Ashley, as she will say later on in the night. So from there, Morgan wins part one. Part one was a endurance competition. It was, I think I have a little bit. I don't have to play the whole thing. It lasted about an hour, but everyone's hanging on for dear life in their like jetpack. They're got to go to the mastermind's layer. What do we call these? I don't hover
I think
crafts.
they're
They
drones.
look like
Drones?
Yeah,
Okay, that makes
I
more
almost
said
sense. Why did I not
droids,
think of
wow.
drone?
Yeah.
Uh,
My friends pointed out that they're the same colors as the Powerpuff Girls, and that was all I could think about while they
Ah.
were like going like this the whole time.
Good point. Ashley got out after like 30 minutes, and then wait, it literally says it right here. Thank you, Big Bro Junkie. I literally don't know what I would do in my life without you.
So who's sugar,
Literally same.
spice? Who's sugar and who's spice and who's everything nice?
I don't know.
That's
been a while
not the
since I've
Powerpuff Girls.
Oh wait,
Oh, it
Sugar,
is the power-
spice, and everything
I think
nice.
we're making a Spice Girls reference, but
No, that's ginger, sweets.
I can't
I
do
don't know.
this.
I don't know the rest.
anyways.
Anyways, Morgan was the winner. Everybody was getting sick. It seemed was the DRs in this segment. Everyone's like, I don't handle spinning, which it didn't look very fun. So doing that for an hour definitely was not that great. Anyway,
I've
let's
got
talk
the
about part two because
spins.
everyone wants to talk about part two. Okay. So part two. Oh wait, the jury roundtable was next in the episode. I don't care. We're talking about part two first. We'll go to this
Yeah.
next. So part two, we are unmasking the mastermind in part two of the final HOH. And if you thought that this was going to be a simple, just let's run and maybe just stack a couple of things. We don't have to like, for some reason, be on a harness and do a zip line and kick all the blocks over to make a puzzle piece. You're wrong. We actually do have to zip line because what would a Big Brother competition be without an unnecessary physical element that would have discounted any of the old house guests from competing in this at all?
Looks like a Jun to mask me.
It does.
Oh,
Like, why is the U
Yeah.
look like that?
what's going on there? Anyway, Frankie
Ooh!
Grande's here.
That was scary.
Frankie Grande's here to host. Everyone's got to knock over their blocks on the zip line, and they got to figure out or make all the house guests pictures to figure out the order in which they need to put in the code to that'll unlock where the mastermind's layer is, and they'll unmask the mastermind. Whatever. Anyway,
Something also, we'll get into this a little bit later, but like, did y'all catch whenever he said the last time I was here, a legend went home?
no.
Who?
He's talking about
Frankie.
reindeer games.
That's what I thought he was saying because I was like, is he talking about himself? Because
Or was
in the-
he?
well, he was talking because we found out he was talking about he was there whenever Rachel got evicted
Oh,
or not evicted, eliminated. Sorry.
I see what you mean. So he was the mastermind that was there during the White Locust twist, and he had his mask during that time. I gotcha.
Oh my god! It all just clicked. I get what you're saying now. That
Yeah.
You know what? It doesn't shock me that the worst of all of them
The
was-
worst thing to ever happen was because of Frankie
Grande. Are we kidding right now?
Well, you know
Oh,
what?
God.
If America voted for that, then America doesn't know what they're talking about. Whatever he said after, I want to say, apple pie.
That's gonna be an overwhelming no.
Ah,
I don't need a soundboard. Not just have it in my head. All right, Frankie's hosting. Ashley and Vince are going. Obviously, if you watch the live feeds, you know how aggressively like bad this was for Vince, not only to do in the part two of an HOH, but his inevitable crash out, if we're gonna call it that, because of what happened. Vince has a huge lead. Apparently, like 20 minutes in this competition, where he is just going back and forth with these with this code at the end after knocking everything off. I'm skipping the ziplining portion of this competition, or I may be skipping all of it because none of it will play.
The ziplining was so annoying.
But yeah, if nothing else, I can pull up the Twitter clip. But Vince starts putting in all of the days into the, what do you call it? The slots is the codes, all that he's entering, thinking that every evicted house guest here is needing the day and not just the eviction order. He spends the entire time not knowing this and inevitably crashing out because of it. And okay, I have that clip. So here's Vince when afterwards, when he eventually lost and decided to go behind the blocks as a way to comfort himself before Morgan went over there.
I just feel like the stupidest person on the planet because I can't read directions. I just lost $750,000 because I can't read directions. Just give me third. I don't deserve to win the game. I don't deserve to win the game. I'm awful. If other people beat,
I cannot.
I'm skipping like during the actual portion. At this point, Ashley's already won. Apparently Frankie Grande also had to like calm him down. Like apparently he had to be like, hey man, you have a life outside of here. Which is, I saw a post that was like, imagine being comforted by, or Frankie Grande telling you to chill. Like that's insane. This was an awful thing to of course misread. Ashley did the same thing. Of course Vince doesn't really care. It took Vince like a day to even tell Ashley congratulations that she won. He was so just upset about this. And of course the post HOH implications of all this was just him being like, I'm so stupid. Everything that you see right here, imagine he just did for 2 days straight.
me, I give credit when credit is due. I beat myself. I beat me. Loser! Oh, damn!
That doesn't even make sense.
Game.
Yeah, Vince did not want to give Ashley any credit at any point.
I beat me.
So stupid.
Like
Such a loser.
Why? Why didn't he reread the damn clue?
Because
Like,
he just wanted
because
to
he's
keep
Vince.
altering his numbers by a day.
That's literally, he just kept like fixing the things and went and like slammed the button and then would scream, and it was like, go read it again. Like, hello? I don't understand.
I know the exact day that every person was evicted from this house. So I just need to put that number into the color square on my station that matches the color behind the house guest's
Cool.
face.
You don't need that.
Nope, that would be great if that
Nope.
wasn't actually what you needed to do. Which, I mean, okay, this is my question to y'all. Was this supposed to be intentionally misleading? Because why did they have so many cards if this wasn't supposed to be a little misleading? Because Ashley does the
think
same thing.
Was? I
Yeah,
don't
because
know. I guess it was like a got 'em type thing, you know?
well, Nick, I don't know if you were here whenever I was telling Barrett, but like, playing devil's advocate, typically it is days
Yeah.
in this comp. So, yeah, but also like, read. Come on,
I love
you can't be
these when,
unemployed.
like,
You can't be unemployed and illiterate. Like, come on.
that. I was just gonna say that I loved seeing Morgan and Frankie both be like,
And then also, like, just, I told y'all before, like, just the fact that they're on a harness and being slightly, like, tugged up the entire time, that he's just freaking out, makes it all the better. But yeah, here's when Morgan figures out that Vince is just reading the rules wrong and then talking to Frankie about it.
What I'm doing wrong?
Well, where is it?
The password is the order each player pictured left the game.
And just imagine Vince doing this for 20 minutes straight.
yeah.
Just putting in these numbers. It's apparently
and
how it happened.
Ashley at this point too.
Yeah,
'Cause,
enough
like,
for time for Ashley to figure it out and then catch up and then win. Like, there was so much time he had to be sitting here. So, like, crash out
Also-
necessary. A crash out for 2 days? I don't know about that.
I don't know. Crash out worth yelling and just being like,
Oh, I mean crash out in terms of being upset, just being mad that like you didn't see it. I don't mean like him yelling like it's not wrong is in any way helpful.
Yeah.
it's
Like
giving.
I'm sure Big
well,
Brother knows that the answer is not correct. Or,
Yeah.
well,
Oh man, he's right.
Guinea pigs.
I trust my friends in Big Brother production.
well, that's
Guinea
don't know.
pigs. Gin with the teacup. I don't know. There are a few.
my girl Jen earned that HOH. Okay.
Anyway, this could not be more clutch for Ashley. For Ashley, just think like this game could be entirely different if Vince reads these rules right. Wins the HOH. One of them wins the final HOH. Let's say Vince does not crash and burn like Morgan does in the questions and just replaces Ashley and beats Morgan, cuts Morgan. We could be talking about Vince winning this game and how awful that finale was right now. But because Vince just didn't read the rules right and Ashley figured it out before him, that sliver of hope, that alley for Ashley to win, everything that needed to happen happened. And that's crazy. That's just crazy that it did. Afterwards, after Ashley was called victorious and Vince was still like crying and distantly drinking water, the mastermind was unmasked for the first time in this episode. And it was none other than Dr. Will, which we knew if you watch the feeds, they kind of were told not to say it after this competition,
Dr.
but
Will
they
and his
did
fine
anyway.
ass.
It takes a genius to pull this off.
Wait,
Luckily, I am one.
Vince and
And handsome,
Vince is like, who's that?
too.
Never heard of him.
of course it's Dr. Will.
It's Dr.
Of
Will.
course.
He comes out. He's got the BBPD or whatever.
I was set up! Breaking Rhonda, you're a social media mogul! Protect me!
You're a social media mogul!
It wasn't me! That's AR!
I saw someone post like, this was not the Chilltown member I expected to be in handcuffs.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was Mike Bloom.
Perfect. Okay, so that was part 2, setting up Morgan and Ashley in part 3 of the HOH. Everything from this point out on the feeds felt like kind of pointless now because it was just Vince and Morgan arguing about who was going to bring each other to final, or if Morgan was going to bring him to final 2 or not, which she wasn't, as she said in her interview with Julie, and as she basically said to him leading up to the final HOH. But everything that they talked about kind of unnecessary after Ashley wins the final HOH, except for Ashley telling Vince that she would take him, which was a great conversation that she had that last day when the feeds were going off. Anyway, hi Roxy. Also, I didn't say hi to Big Sissy earlier. Big Sissy, can I call you Big Sissy? Welcome to the chat. Okay, so that was part 2. Let's talk about the jury roundtable real quick before we get to part 3. Jury
Yes.
roundtable hosted by none other than Cody Calafiori. Yeah. Ava comes out. It's revealed she was the last house guest. I love the theme of just house guests going to the jury house and being like, "They got me" as their line. It's kind of like when everyone in the DR is like, "I need to do this and pull out the W." Like specifically saying pull out the W,
Yeah.
where I'm like, who keeps telling them to say that? Stop.
Well,
Go ahead, Zach.
I prefer the Jerry entrance.
What was Jerry's entrance?
Well, he's just like, "Hi guys," and then everyone's just like, "They just dragged him along and all this stuff."
He's right
Like-
here. Okay. Jury roundtable. I have some clips if we want to watch anything. Obviously, this was such a bare bones roundtable to me. I want to get y'all's thoughts on this. Like Cody, I don't know if they just edited around everything that he said that was interesting, but he was not in my mind. It was the most like, let's say one thing that is kind of interesting about everyone and make sure that we only show one person saying each thing about a person, practically, is what I got from it. And
Lying and
of
crying.
course, this is the lying and crying segment. It's the one everyone's been talking about. But here's a little bit of the round table. Like, I'll just play a little bit.
And then Morgan won the veto, and Vinny was the one vote to
Oh, I don't care about this part. Let's talk about Morgan.
huge.
Let's talk about Morgan. Well, what does everybody feel like is the strongest moves that Morgan has made to this point in the game?
Her
They even did voiceovers
competitiveness,
for her.
5 veto wins, 2 HOHs.
The fact that Morgan has won all of these competitions, you have a resume.
To me,
That was an edited together statement for sure. The way that Morgan has won all these competitions, that is a resume.
Wow.
That is a resume
groundbreaking.
to me. It's so like, I don't know, choppy. I guess
It's
is the word.
That
so
was the whole segment.
LinkedIn answer.
That is practically also the fact that we cut into this roundtable segment. Not like if we used, I feel like we used to have everyone sitting there and then they're like, who's hosting? And then they walk out and they're like, it's me, person from this season, when it was like Dr. Will. And so the fact that they just cut to it and it's just Cody
Morgan's
being
a
like, hey,
Fury.
everybody.
I'm a former Big Brother winner, but I am also a former runner-up, which means
Everyone already sitting there just feels weird to me.
So wait, he's never been on a jury, so why?
Wait, hold the phone. So first of all, they definitely couldn't do that because not a single person would know who the hell Cody was. The whole like him walking out and then being like, the only person who would be gagged would be Rachel. Like
Well, they
everyone
were
else
good
would
at
have
doing
no
it for
idea.
Tyler and Casey.
Okay, sure, whatever. But like, did you not hear him just
And
be
Felicia.
like, have to clarify who he was to them too, where he was like, I am a Big Brother winner, because they don't know who he is.
That's for all the Facebook people, Nick. It's not for them.
It's for them.
Is it?
Well, what is Big Brother if not a reflection of Facebook too? If we're being
Exactly.
real.
Also, hi Lorna. I saw it's your first time in chat, so I did want to say hello.
Hi, Lorna.
Hi.
And thank you, Roxy. I got it done the other day, so I appreciate that.
Nice.
He got his-
Anyways, carry on.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead to a little bit to more Vince and Ashley talk, wherever that may be.
very good at getting you to just be on his side. And he's very good at making you believe that, you know, he is your ally.
But maybe why people feel scorned by Vinny is perhaps unnecessary lying.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Let me get to Rachel talking about we're not gonna be better.
I think that jury management is as equal parts as the game as being HOH.
There's a level of messiness in this game. And I don't know how you can recover from this cesspool.
Be a bitter jury.
There we go.
We cannot say we hate Vince's game, but love Dr. Will and love Dan Giesling.
Vince's worst move.
No.
Some of them are like, who?
Yes, we can, Rachel, because
We
they
can
are
definitely be okay
not
with
the
it.
same
Yeah.
at all.
My stomach sunk at this point of the episode. I was so worried that
Me too.
we
I'm not gonna
might
lie.
we might get the things that maybe we might get an Ashley HOH, but we might not get the votes that we
Well,
thought we might have for her.
It's what y'all said too. Like, well, then again, never mind. I was gonna say this cast is nothing but not listening to anything Rachel says, but I'm gonna assume that they kind of did because all of them voted really where Rachel did. So
Yeah, good point. Like I said last week that when we talked about scenarios, one thing that I thought we might have overlooked was Rachel's ability to sway people like Keanu in a final
No.
vote.
no, y'all did.
Oh,
I
right,
did
right. You
not.
always bring up the points that end up correct. I forgot. But we did. I listened back to
Sorry,
it.
Zach's always right.
No, I was literally saying that Keanu would be swayed by Rachel.
You were
But
Yes.
then
correct.
again, but I will.
I was getting to that, Zach. What I'm saying is the next week I was saying we might have overlooked it, but it turned out to also be a thing we shouldn't have been worried about because Keanu did end up going in the direction that he needed to go. So
Well, according to his exit interview too, it came down to Ashley got out who Keanu couldn't, which was Morgan.
right. Yeah, I mean, pretty much for everybody. With their shocked faces. It was all like they had to change their minds at that point. Okay, but yeah, that was the concerning part with Vince. Let's at least see like Will's reveal for Ashley being a lawyer.
In his hands. Each one of you are here
Oh, no.
because of him.
More pro Vince.
Has played, from what I've seen, a relatively loyal game.
Yeah, absolutely.
As loyal as you can be in the Big Brother house.
Ava, you know that she's a lawyer.
Wait, a lawyer?
Yeah.
She's a lawyer?
She's a lawyer.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, Zach, I think you brought up, Will kind of spoiling that, but I think it was more fortunate in her case. I think it's always great to have people kind of sit on that information, especially if they find out from other people in the jury house. I don't think that hurts her at all.
Yeah.
And whoever said in our chat that Vince should have confessed that he was a cop in his speech, that was so funny. I think we were in the middle of another tangent, and y'all had chatted enough to where it went away, but that made me remember it. You totally should have. But let me finish this out, and then we can be done with this roundtable.
Go up to bat for her. People might see that as passive. I see that as extremely smart.
Ashley using me as a shield kept her off the block for the majority of the season.
Ashley wasn't on Front Street, but she was in a dominant alliance, and she's still in the game.
I do respect the moves that Ashley's made in the background, unbeknownst to me. However, when Rachel left, she did give a speech about saying all the things that she wanted to see in a Big Brother winner, and she hasn't really done a lot of those things.
Okay. That was a very worrisome segment that we can be done talking about. But
It's just Big Brother editors, you know how they are.
yes, yeah, I think we all need to remember this roundtable for next year if we have someone in our final three that we don't enjoy, and we're a little bit worried by the edit of the roundtable discussion. I'll also say the jury questioning should also be in this permanently. I'm so tired of our jury questioning the way we do it. We talked about this in the past couple weeks, but
So you think they should be pre-taped?
I think they should be doing it here. I think they should all have multiple days to really talk about this and hear the case. Kind of like, I didn't mind the schedule and the way this season ended and where they placed everything. I really don't, but I just hate that like they're really already decided. Like I love the moment with Rachel from last night, but they've all figured out the scenarios in their head without even hearing their speeches first, which I just don't think is how it should be.
I like that it's live, but I don't like that it's rushed. And
Yeah.
I'm sure we will get there when we get into that part of the episode. But that's my one critique with it, because it feels very much like they have 80, sometimes 100 days worth of game to talk about, and they're like, 1 minute, go, and it's like,
stop
what?
talking. You're going on too long.
Thank you, Ashley. It's like, all right,
Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Julie, you're not the one
Judges,
trying
we
to win
get it.
$750K.
Okay. We have a whole another segment to get to.
Yeah, sorry, Julie.
You actually have. We're actually going to allow you to plead your final case, so you don't have to do all of that right now.
Don't you know that we have to ask Catherine and Riley if they're dating?
Or if
hurry
there's-
this up.
And then
or
move
if there's a
past it
restraining
faster
order?
than anything else on earth.
We have to know, is Zay a cheerleader?
Zay, you have a confession.
We had
Oh
a
my
few
God.
secrets this year. Have y'all figured out who the accomplice is?
Oh my, we're gonna get there. We're not doing this right now. Because I have a question for you when we go there. Okay, so we had this jury roundtable. That's done with. Let's talk about part 3 of the HOH real quick. I think I have an image. So part 3 of the HOH, typical part 3 of the final HOH, we're just having a question and answer about the jury members. One statement is false out of 3 options. In the past couple of years, we have seen everybody get these answers right. It feels like most of the time. At least I can remember Xavier getting all of them right. I feel like I remember Jag getting all of them right. I feel like Chelsea and Mackenzie last year, they kept tying. They had every answer correct up until the last question when Chelsea answered differently. Or Mackenzie answered differently, sorry, in one.
Nick, why would you be stressed out?
Oh, I think we know. We
Enough.
know. But for this question answer, out of 6 questions, Ashley took an early lead after the first question, and then took an even bigger lead after the 3rd question, and then an even bigger lead after the 4th question. So a big enough lead to the point where there was no need to continue. Very easily, Ashley won the final HOH 4-1. not even getting to the last couple of questions, completely dominating. And a lot of people are calling this moment by Morgan, her choke. Like this is the moment that people will be like, the big what if. You have the power past, day 58. Can't stop winning competitions. Enough to the point where actually winning this competition seemed like it wasn't going to happen, or like it was by far the less likely chance with how just the run that Morgan has been on lately. So what were y'all's thoughts? Obviously, Nick, walk me through this as the Morganessa Russo, more God stand of the year. What was this moment like for you watching last night?
It was devastating because I felt like I was watching her like crack under the pressure. I feel like so I was pacing around my room, I'm not gonna lie, and she kept like swapping the answers and then would get them wrong, and I would be like, oh my God. And then when Ashley pulled ahead on like the second question, I was like, okay, like Morgan could still get this. And then it like kept happening. And I was like, girl, you have them right. Just leave it. But like, I don't know. I get it at the same time because, like I was saying to you guys earlier, like 750K is a lot of money, and I feel like I would have definitely cracked under the pressure. And it's like I feel like the questions for like how they do the final HOH comp are so weird now because it used to be like a social thing where it was like, oh, like does Kelly did this or this? Like what is Kelly's favorite moment of the game? Like essentially and stuff like that. And I feel like now it's like game like days type stuff, but like it's so quick and it's so like I feel like they don't have enough time to like think, obviously. And as you can see, there's Morgan second guessing herself and getting it wrong. But I don't know. I
Need
don't
an answer.
like that. Yeah, and you have Julie like rushing them, and it's like I don't like
Final
the
answers.
way, like I don't like that they've gone away from like the social aspect of it, because that's what I really liked about the 3-part HOH. I felt like the first part was always like the physical, the endurance. The second part was always like the days, and then the third part was like the social thing. And if
But-
you're good,
But I thought
Yes.
you hated it because of Big Brother 17.
look, I hate Steve. I hate Johnny Mac's question, and that question wasn't correct. Anyways, you made me lose my track of thought. What I was saying is, if you're supposed to win Big Brother,
Train.
you should be able to win 2 of those 3 things, in my opinion, which is like why I feel like the final HOH is perfect. But when you like switch it into like things like this, I don't know, because like even in like the past they've had like weird ones where they're like, I don't know, I remember, wasn't there like a cell phone or something last year and they had to like pick the right, I don't remember, but there was like some weird thing going on in one of the last ones too, and or the season before that maybe for 25. But I don't like the direction that they are going in with the final HOH, and I don't like seeing my girls go out like this. Like Janelle, Vanessa, and now Morgan, can I catch a break? Please.
Yeah, I think this is a much better competition when it is based on what getting into the mind of the juror and just not
Right.
let's see how well you can memorize all your numbers.
Yeah.
Because I mean anyone can do that, but I do think especially after you have like a part 1 that is solely physical, part 2 that is like physical with the element of remembering the game involved, and I think that's where they could have just had the days. Of course we'd have a different outcome if that was the case, but I do think that this one should totally just be like, this is something only they could really know, or at least have some sort of element like that, or like this is how they would talk. Like I think that's so much cooler of a competition.
Yeah.
And it's, of course we're saying this with Ashley as the winner, but like I don't think it's impressive to just like, you could sit there as a distant member of the game. You could sit there as a Kelly and memorize all these things and win this competition. And I don't think that that's necessarily fair.
Exactly.
So I completely agree with that, Nick.
I like what Colton is saying in chat too. The Kelly question was wild because it was like the comic. I never competed against the same person in the Blockbuster twice and then another one. And I was like,
Yeah.
I have no idea. She was in like 30 blockbusters. Like, I literally have no idea. Like, I literally was sitting there and I was like, I would have no idea what the hell I would pick. And I just, I don't know. I feel like some of them were so like weirdly like worded too. And I don't know. It's just like, I wasn't, I wasn't a fan. Was not a fan. I was happy with the result, I guess. But like, I don't like the direction, like I said, of the way that that it's moving. Because, like you said, Barrett, I think it gets into the mind of the jurors, and it's like if you want to face the final two or the juries in the final two, you should have a good read on like what the jury is like thinking or who they are as people. In my opinion, it's like kind of proving yourself, and I feel like doing something like this isn't exactly that, but
I kind of
I'm
want them
happy
to
for
have,
Ashley. Like, I'm not trying to take that away from her. I'm just
Mhm.
talking about like the direction of the competition is all.
I kind
I see
of
what
I
you
kind of
mean.
want them to have like a personal questions type thing, like you know, how old are Rachel's kids or something like that, or um, what country has Kelly not been to or something like that. I don't know, something fun like that, like personal questions about getting, like you have to get to know your fellow house guests, like, and you don't know what it's going to be, but as long as you listen, I guess.
I mean,
But then
I'm
again,
okay
I
with
guess,
stuff like that, but it has to be like stuff that was obviously talked about to everybody because like
Yeah.
if that's something that was only said to Morgan and not Ashley, it's like
No, they
how is
used to
that
have the
fair
middle
too?
ground for this competition, I feel
Right,
like.
yeah, where it's
yeah.
like asking them their favorite moment of the game, their least favorite moment, like stuff like that. I feel like shows you, oh, like this person has a clear read on this juror, so they got the question correct, and they like, you know what I mean? It just makes it so much more like flowy of how the format of the final HOH is. This feels more like a regular HOH competition to me. Like,
I
use
see what
this
you
as
mean.
something
Yeah.
else.
It's more of like the final four veto kind of thing
Right.
in the past, or
Yes.
I remember kind of, but in a question and answer format of it.
Yes, exactly.
But I feel like a lot of the webs that they, make in a Final Four veto would be
Oh
kind of
yeah,
like what their
like
questions were for this.
this person, yeah, they're the same thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In any case, let's watch Ashley win this real quick to her shock.
Morgan.
Ladies, please reveal your answer. The false statement is A. Lauren was the 8th person to fall during the Mystere Express wall competition. And with 4 points for Ashley, there is no need to go on. Congratulations, Ashley. You are the final head of household. It is now up to you to decide, Ashley.
All right. That's the final HOH.
That's like, it's such like a happy and sad moment for me at the same time. I remember feeling very disappointed because I thought, mind you, that Ashley was going to cut Morgan and then lose. That's why I felt disappointed.
Yeah. Oh, at that point in the episode, the jury was not making you believe otherwise.
Exactly. Comparing Vince to Dr. Will. I was like,
scary.
Morgan's
Rachel.
gonna get evicted to just lose the whole,
Yeah.
like, to just like not have like any good outcome right now. I was so upset, but
Exactly.
whatever. It worked out.
Let's
Sacrifices were made.
Literally sacrifices were made. Rachel. Okay.
Yeah.
We have Vincent Morgan now on the block. We have Ashley as the sole vote to evict as the final HOH. If you kept up with feeds, Ashley did tell Vince she was going to bring him. If you saw the episode, Ashley had that moment where she talked to the camera and said, when I win, I'm cutting Morgan and I'm going to be the winner of Big Brother 27. And so we knew that she was going to cut Morgan if she were to win this HOH, which is exactly what she did. I'll skip the speeches. Sorry. I can only play so much from this episode before CBS tries to like hunt me down.
Gonna remove the whole channel.
I know.
Have both played amazing games, both very different games. I've gone back and forth on my decision. And I honestly, quite frankly, didn't think I'd have to be making one, so I didn't think that hard about it because I thought Morgan would win.
Everybody did
Morgan,
too.
you are my best friend in this house. I hope that we stay friends for life. I don't know if I can beat you in a final 2. I think it could be a toss-up with Vinny.
That was crazy.
I'm so sorry, but I have to evict you, Morgan.
It's official. Morgan, you are the
Shut
last
up.
person evicted from the Big Brother house.
All right. Well, first off, the right decision. Ashley needed to do that. It is so sad to see not only Vorgan split up like this, but Morgan Pope to leave the house in 3rd place. Like, I mean, we already talked about the Vanessa comparisons in this podcast alone. But she is one of those players that goes out in 3rd place that we see every now and then, I guess practically every 10 years, that would have won the game otherwise. And you can obviously there are so
Literally
many
every 10
differences
years.
between.
Oh my god, it's a curse.
Yes, that's
I
what we.
didn't
Yeah.
even realize that. Oh my god, it's literally every 10 years.
Yeah. Not to say that Morgan is Vanessa and Vanessa is Janelle and Janelle is Morgan, but in the sense that the winner, the clear winner of the game towards the end gets cut at 3. Morgan does fall into that history of Big Brother winners that were almost,
Wow.
that we almost had. But anyway, Ashley and Vince were the final 2 at that point. Morgan's out of the house. Morgan in her interview with Julie was like, I mean, I would have done it too. I think Bean also said that. Yeah. And then she would have brought Ashley if she had won the final HOH, which if you watch feeds, we also kind of knew at that point. So let's talk about Morgan real quick. Nick, I do want to get your thoughts. Just now, this would be a good time to really talk about Morgan before we get into the other shock of the jury finding out that she got evicted. Just what are your thoughts on Morgan as a player, as someone who picked her as your winner pick the first 2 weeks of the game, not knowing everything that was about to happen, and ended by picking her as your winner pick, and then at the last second it gets pulled from her? What's going on? I hate to be like, she lost the HOH, Nick. What do you think? And she got evicted, Nick. What do you think? But this is your chance.
Julie.
Preach about Morgan right now.
Well, okay, Morganessa, that is my girl. There were times, Morgan, where I did doubt you. I'm not gonna lie, and those times were when you decided to
Mickey's
be-
HOH.
Yeah, when you decided to be
definitely
besties with Mickey, and that was when you kind of lost my stand card. I kind of dropped it for a little bit, and then after Rachel left, I was like, oh, this is still here, and I picked it up. And so I think that Morgan played an incredible game. I think that, it's really telling that she didn't win a single thing pre-jury and then won like everything. The entire jury phase was Morgan winning. Like there was no other option other than Morgan winning everything.
She was Jag, yeah.
Yeah, like she was Jag.
Except for she didn't get voted out. Well, in pre-jury, that is.
Right.
And she didn't win the game. So maybe she's not Jag, but she
More deserving.
she was more deserving. Anyways, I really, really liked her. I think that she is going down as, I wouldn't say like one of the greatest of all greats, but I think that she's a very dominant player. And I could totally see her coming back for another season. I think that this or something, I think she's got a career in television now, is what I'll say.
For sure.
Whether it's The Challenge, another Big Brother season,
Twitch
The Traitors,
All-Stars.
I don't know. I'm sat and ready for her to come back on Twitch. Just know I will be up in that chat trying to talk.
She's
to
doing
her.
comps. She's doing comps on Twitch. Well,
We missed out forever on having the timeline of Morgan and Ashley both revealing their secret professions in their final speeches.
did she ever reveal that?
That she was a
Did
gamer?
Morgan
I don't
She
think
never got
so.
to. She never got to on the
No.
show. She had to after the fact. She had to tell everyone with the confetti falling down.
I'm a gamer. She's like,
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we get it. You won a lot of comps this season.
Yeah.
No,
Sorry, Nick, keep
BB
going.
It's okay, BB, and I agree she's not a legend. Like, I'm not saying that. I
Oh,
think
so
that
she's on Mount Rushmore?
no, relax yourself. Mr. Lauren is Derek. Um,
Okay,
I
I said Rachel was on Mount Rushmore, and y'all came for my head.
Because you didn't specify what you meant by that. You
yeah.
can't just say that. You can't just say that, okay?
I
Like,
can't
I can't
just
just
say-
say
yeah.
Kelly and Dan comparison without being really specific of why I'm saying that. It's still everyone thinks I'm saying the wrong thing.
I think that Morgan has like hella potential is what I'm trying to say. And I can totally see her coming back and like dominating another season of whatever show she decides to go on. But I think it also is really telling that she came out and wasn't bitter at all. You know, how she was complimenting Ashley, saying, I would have done the same thing. And yeah, she voted for Vince, but like, I mean, what else is she going to do in that situation? Vince was her final two. Like, I think that anyone would have voted for that person given the scenario. But
Right.
I think, you know, she came out and she had an open mind. I think it was interesting that she had that, like, when we get to the questions, maybe you can pull it up, or which she was like, "Oh, I was gonna ask Vince a question, but can I switch it to Ashley?" And then
Yeah.
Julie was like, "You can ask whatever you want," and she was like, "All
It's your
right,
question."
I'm just gonna ask." Yeah, so I'm like kind of curious to see like where that would have went. And I know she touched up on that a little bit in her interview with like Sharon, but I I I really respect her is what I'm trying to get at that. And I think that it takes a lot of grace to come out of a show after dominating the last 7 weeks and of an 80-day game, losing and coming out and being like, "You know what? I think Ashley made the right decision," you know, because she could have turned around and been like not nice about it. So, I think
Like how Vanessa was.
Vanessa wasn't nasty about it.
I don't think so at all.
Yeah.
I will say,
She
Morgan, you're
literally-
right though.
she
Morgan
literally
has been
voted it
very positive about her game, about the game in general, about Ashley, about everybody in all of her interviews that I've seen. Because I mean, honestly, I would kind of be too. I think it's a great honor to be evicted because everyone knows you're going to win in the end. Then again,
Right.
you're missing out on a lot of money. But in terms of like having pride in your game, that's like instant gratification. And so
Yeah.
I agree with you too, Nick. I think she has a career on TV after this show. The challenge, her and Keanu for sure are going on the challenge.
Literally, they were like, "We need them. Are you guys free?" Like the
Yeah.
second they got those phones back, like you can't tell me otherwise.
And who knows? Maybe we'll see like a Vincent Morgan Amazing Race duo somewhere down the line.
No, they're gonna go on Cheat Island together, Barrett. Get it straight.
New show. It's actually happening. Oh my god! Don't
We're
even
gonna
get
be
my hopes
perfect
up.
on Temptation Island.
Oh my, yeah.
But I agree too though. I'm just giving Nick a hard time just because I think it's funny. But I was rooting for Morgan. Like honestly, if Morgan won, I would have been fine with it. Like she won a lot of comps. I mean, I didn't even realize how old she was until like someone on Twitter said it and I was like, she doesn't even look that old. Like I thought she was like 24, 25.
She's like almost my age.
What, isn't she 35?
Morgan turned
33.
34 in the house.
Oh.
That was
Well,
her. We didn't talk about her birthday ever on the podcast. I don't think. I think it was
Oh, yeah.
perfectly in between, like either
And-
like nothing going on or whatever. But she
Yeah,
did
but-
celebrate a birthday recently.
But she definitely is getting a call back. She better get a call back. And I feel like she'll answer it because, I mean, I'm just imagining a world without her having to babysit the whole time. And I was iffy on her in the beginning and then my stand card got taken by her whenever the judges was formed. And I started to be like, oh, she actually is gaming really well. Like, she's forming these connections and she's actually loyal. Very hard to find in this game,
Mm-hmm.
Vince. And sh- she she's already top tier like competitors as far as like at least top 10 in my opinion.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I mean statistic wise as well. And I can't wait to see her again. I was not bored watching her or anything like that. She brings it in
Could not be
confessional. She's
bored.
not boring. Huh?
You could not be bored watching Morgan this season.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
No.
And I mean I like her. It's so sad. If there was anyone else to win this season, I'm glad it was Ashley because I mean it's still good.
Yeah, I my thoughts about Morgan this season were definitely like all over the place at first. Could not pinpoint where she was going to land. Definite, but the thing like about Morgan is that she was always intensely playing the game, which cannot be said for so many people on this cast. And I don't think I like at the beginning of the season. I think I messaged like I don't think I could like work with Morgan. Like she is like exhausting and I didn't really love her reads about Zach and Vince. I didn't love her attachment to Zach. Perez, yeah, you. And, obviously we knew that Zach wasn't as into Morgan as Morgan was into Zach, and that was a big problem. And so, but after Zach gets evicted, Morgan's post Zach game is crazy. For falling into the judges, staying loyal to the people or staying loyal to one person that had her on the block the very same week. Like the fact that she was willing to hop into that judges alliance, obviously it was in the context of let's save Morgan. So of course you're going to hop into it, but she was so willing to stay loyal to it after the fact and up to the end saying like, we have to keep Ashley in the game to Vince for multiple weeks. And so Morgan would have had that argument over Ashley easily. Ashley doesn't stay in this game if Morgan's not there because Vince was ready to boot Ashley in Ava's spot at the latest, but even earlier. So I think Morgan had the easiest winning game for the path that she created post the judges being formed, and there will forever be that what if. And I hate that there has to be that what if, but that doesn't really diminish Morgan's game in the very least. So Morgan's a great player. I always will encourage casting people like this. I think she knew that she needed to game. I think being a gamer definitely made her be like, oh, I have to like be on point at all times, which was good. Even if she had to remind us that she was a gamer every chance that she got. And I mean verbally, has told us that she was a gamer every chance that she got. So yeah, I don't think there will be a lot of players like Morgan, but it was really fun to watch her figure out this game and then especially play Vinny like a fiddle for the last 20 days or so. I think I will forever, if I remember anything about the season, it will be a lot of those moments that we've had in the last month watching Morgan play this game and be in utter control in everything happening around her. So
I would use the word adaptable to describe her now that I'm thinking about it, because I feel like as the game progressed, she did as well. And like you were saying, like, you know, she was working with Zach, and then like when Zach left, it was like then she got in the judges and she like, you know, went away. Like, and I, you know, when you look at Morgan from the beginning of the season to towards the end, it's like she was working with like different people all throughout. She went from like the Mickey and the Jimmy alliance to the Zach and the Vince and the Lauren alliance to the judges, and then like really leaning into like Vince, and then like having a thing with Ashley. Like she really was very like adaptable when it came to like, okay, like this person left, so I need to try and get in good with more people. Like she would drop people when she like really needed to. Like Mickey, she kind of like not like turned on her, but you know, she was kind of like, well, whatever at this point. Like she knew at what points when to betray allies, and I think that that's a really big strength to have in these kinds of games, because you always see things like Amy, for example, Amy and Rachel being like looked at as like this inseparable duo, and Amy at no point realized, oh, I need to make these people think I'm against Rachel, so let me like, you know, Morgan knew when to drop people, when to work with certain ones, when to maneuver into a new group. And I think that that's what really helped her out a lot in the beginning of the season. And then she started winning things. And I think that like it was just the perfect winning combination in my opinion. So it is really sad for me to not see her win, obviously, but like I said, I am very happy with the outcome
Yeah.
overall, so it doesn't matter.
One more thing I do want to mention about Morgan before we move on. There was a question that was asked her in her Entertainment Weekly post-game interview, and it was, what was your speech to the jury going to be like? What were your home run lines that I know you practiced? Which, if you watch the feeds, it was only her and Vince practicing speeches for the last day and a half, it seemed like. But what she said, I'll pull it up. She said, my home run lines hit on the fact that I had a strong social game. I was on the block for Rachel and Keanu, came off the block to being in an alliance with Rachel and being aligned with Keanu to an extent. Whenever I was on the block as a target, I came off as an ally. I mean, that's huge. How do you start as a target and end as an ally? I won my way through the competitions, proving that I deserve to be here and I am a strong competitor. And also just hinting back that I'm a strategist. I mean, I'm a gamer. They had no clue that they were gaming with a professional in the building. Like, granted, I'm used to playing a character in a video game, but I took that as like, I'm the character. I get to do what I want to do and navigate how I need to and play the roles that I need to. And it was so fun.
Yeah. And I really like that's what I was trying to get at. The whole like she went like Rachel and Keanu literally nominated her and then she went in an alliance with them. That is being adaptable and fluid in the house. People who like sit there and are very like, they nominated me, they gotta go, I can't work with them ever, like she put me on the block. That's not, I'm sorry, there's a motorcycle driving past my house. I don't know if that was that loud or not. But anyways, I don't, people like that are not successful in the game because they get like tunnel vision. And Morgan was able to see, oh, I could work with Rachel here. And even though I'm on the block, she could work in saving me because I'm not her target. And that is such a big strength to have in this game because people don't think like that. They think so black and white on Big Brother. And it's so, she put me on the block, I have to go after her. Or this person doesn't like me, I can't work with them ever. And it's like, they get stuck and stubborn a lot of the times, people. But she was never like that. And I think that that was so unique and different. And I really loved it about her. So sorry, I'm complimenting her all the way to the sky right now because I feel like she deserves it.
You might not get another chance.
Exactly. So I don't know. I really, really love her. More God. I'm so sorry that you lost.
I just hate the fact that Big Brother is who they are, and there might be a possibility where we never see her again.
I think Morgan's a shoo-in if down the line we do have another All-Stars-ish kind of season. I mean, she's easily the one you pick from this season first.
Yeah, there are quite a few people that are easy picks, but production seems to have lost their number.
Yeah, well, they're gonna bring back Keanu if anybody, just because AFP. They're always gonna.
Keanu's not Morgan though.
I know he's not, but he got far enough in the game where they don't care about that.
Well, we don't. I don't care about Keanu. I want to see Morgan again.
I know you don't care about Keanu, but 65% of the voters in AFP care about Keanu.
Didn't 85% of the voters care about Donnie, and yet he was nowhere to be seen?
I don't even think it was that high. I think Keanu got a higher share than Donnie did.
I'm pretty sure Donnie still had the highest.
Donnie had like 60, I think.
I think he had 70. Let me go see.
Whatever it was, Keanu wasn't too far away from that. Which, if anyone needs a perspective, Keanu got Donnie numbers, which I don't think speaks to Keanu like all the way. I think it also speaks to nobody liked this cast outside of Keanu and Rachel and Will, the three people that they could really choose from.
Yeah.
People certainly didn't like Ashley enough, that's for sure. Okay, moving on from Morgan. One thing I will say, just I remembered, Ashley did a really good job at like telling Morgan things in this past week, and Morgan just repeating them verbally to Vince, like phrases that she would use to be like, Vince isn't really, you need to worry more about Vince. Morgan would like use those things against Vince to him as if they were her thoughts, which I thought was really fun to be like, oh, Ashley, look at you go. But I also think that speaks to Morgan's ability to just like take people's points. Or take people at their word and really like listen to people, which maybe it means like she was gullible in a way, in some sense, but I think she used it to her advantage more times than it was ever used against her. Okay, let's go further in the episode, because after Morgan got evicted, we have the reaction to Morgan getting evicted from everybody else in the house, and I'm gonna find that clip of Morgan being revealed to the jury in their shocked faces. Here we are.
Jury. Rachel, I see you praying, crossing your fingers.
Everything.
I'm gonna skip all this. They all wanted it to be Vince. They didn't think it was gonna be Morgan, though, is really all you need to know.
Come on out.
It's Holly. It's Holly. It's Holly.
All right, so everyone stands up, and this is like my favorite part of the episode. If you watch Will and Rachel, you can see them just like high five each other because they both know what they're about to do. All right. Actually, no, let me
it
finish this clip.
hangs on Ava for a little bit.
Yeah, Julie gets onto Ava.
Ava, when you pick your mouth up from off the floor, how surprised are you, Ava, to be sitting next to Morgan on the jury?
Pretty friggin' surprised, Julie.
And then one more thing is when Julie mentions what happened in the Vital 3 HOH. Oh.
So you probably want to know what happened, just so everybody knows. Ashley won the final head of household competition, and Ashley chose to evict Morgan and to take Vince with her to the final two.
I think from this moment forward, I didn't see Will paying attention to anything going on. I think Will was like done after that. Of every one of Vince's questions, every time anything else was going on, he was just like looking at everything else. It was great. He had like his stress was all gone after that. He's like, I don't have to care about this. But what a reveal! Like that also goes to show that how easily Morgan was going to win this, obviously, but. Very rarely do we have a finale like this, and very rarely do we have a reveal where the jury is shocked like this. And you see here, I have the Mike Bloom post that just says, this might be the biggest reaction I've ever seen to a third place reveal. Can y'all remember any other third place reveals that were just utterly shocking like this? Because I can't. But then again,
I don't
like,
even remember if Vanessa's was that shocking.
I'm sure Vanessa's was. But then again, I don't know.
Like, remember, like that's the thing. Like, I feel like this was like a strong reaction.
It's only been a decade, Nick. How do you not remember this?
You're right.
I feel like wasn't Cam's a little surprising?
I don't remember them being that surprised last year.
like
They
that
definitely weren't
wasn't.
surprised. 25 might have been the easiest finale of all time.
Rock, paper, scissors.
24 would have been a little bit shocking, only maybe when they found out that Monty won the final HOH and took turnaround. And then
Well, that's why I think 26 was shocking because of McKinsey.
Victoria in
winning the HOH.
16. Oh my God, Colton, thank you. Duh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with the context of that one, that was shocking, but for many different reasons, I guess.
Because Victoria was gonna win the season.
Because Victoria was gonna win, yeah. And so, but anyway, I love this moment. Of course, this is when the episode turned for me. What were y'all's thoughts? Did y'all notice?
Me too.
Like, I mean, y'all saw the writing on the wall at this point, I'm sure.
This eased my anxiety. Remember when I just said before when Morgan lost and I was disappointed? Once I saw this, I was like, oh, we're eating tonight. Like, this is fine. Like, Ashley got this in the bag. Like,
Yep.
I was totally okay with it. I was like, you know what? Morgan lost. Ashley's going to win. And I love that, honestly. Like, that is an amazing outcome for this crazy season that we get Ashley as the winner. Like, hello. So random to go with everything random that has been going on this entire season. So
God, you're telling me.
I absolutely loved it. I thought Ava's reaction was a little fake. I'm not gonna lie. But Because she just like wouldn't close her mouth for like 20 minutes. I was like, okay, girl.
Is
You
this when
just
I
want a
play
gift.
her a similar reaction she had in the interview with Sharon Tharp? Is this where I do it?
I was waiting for when you were gonna squeeze that in.
Let's just do it now because I'm gonna forget later. All right. So, if any of y'all watched Sharon Tharp's interview with Ava, you've already seen this, or if you've probably already seen the clip. But in case you haven't, this was during the interview where a question was brought up to Ava about her treatment of, or the things she said about Rachel.
Of Rachel's elimination, you made a lot of personal comments about her despite having a final two with her early in the game. When did your relationship change, and do you still feel that way? Um,
That was
aftermath of
it.
Rachel.
That was that was
That was not us. That was literally it.
yeah. That was the whole answer. Okay. But anyway, that's what's giving here. Sorry, Ava, you didn't get
Awkward
into
hug XD.
Vinny, don't contact me after this.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. Well, this was the turning point. Zach, did you also see this as the turning point in the episode for you?
Yeah.
Or did
I
you
will
already?
say I called it 6-1.
Okay. We weren't too far off. We were like a
I
vote
know.
off.
Excuse
I said
me for
5-2.
thinking Lauren was still gonna vote for Vince. Like,
I
Lauren
thought too. Come on.
Lauren woke up.
she did.
Lauren woke
she
up.
did. I was proud of my girl.
Yeah. Lauren,
She said, "Fuck that jobless man.
he
Give me
meant-
a
yeah,
power woman."
That's verbatim what she said when she was putting in the key,
Mm-hmm.
if I remember correctly. Okay, let's talk about their interrogation. Obviously, the story of this interrogation is just Ashley mopped the floor, cooked.
That's all she did.
Yeah, that's it's weird. That was the strategy she took, but
Like the SpongeBob gif.
yeah. I think she called her this portion of the episode, her cooking Vinny like a well done steak, or someone did. I think it was Ashley. That seems apt to what Ashley is saying. Otherwise, someone said that in their interview though. But I'll quickly go through some of these questions. We are not going to sit here and watch the 10 minutes of this. We can click around if there's a moment that you all want to specifically get. If that's Kelly laughing, I would encourage that.
As Julie says, we don't have enough time for that.
We do not have enough time for this. Keanu was first. Keanu asked to Vince, we talked about this a little bit ago, why were you so emotionally manipulative? And Vince answered, like, I'm not, I wasn't unethical either. Nobody, but anyway, nobody was paying attention to him while he answered that question from what I saw. Rachel then asked Ashley, list your strategic moves. Ashley was like, I adapted. When Zach left, I attached myself to Morgan and Vinny. I had protection with Rachel, Will, and Keanu by extension. And I convinced Rachel that we needed to save Morgan, and then we formed the judges. Then Kelly asked Vince, you did a lot of lying and crying. That's when the line was brought back. How much was sincere? And then Vince was like, all of it was sincere. Okay. That's just how I communicate. I'm passionate, blah, blah, blah. Will then asked Ashley, what were your contributions to your success? And then Ashley said her social game. She aligned myself pretty much all the way to the final two. She gave her specific examples about everyone that she became an ally of down the line. Kind of similar to Morgan's at adapting when she really needed to, in terms of like who she had to adapt with. Lauren asked Vince, what are 3 game moves that you can take credit for and not Morgan? And then that's when Vince, I feel like, really could not answer. And he was like, early on, all of my nominations, Say is out of the house because of me. I nominated so many people without Morgan's input. Me and Morgan didn't even line on votes the first 6 weeks, which I mean, kind of true. And then, but he just didn't have enough blood with his answer on that one, in my mind, or at least what they were wanting him to say. Ava then asks Ashley, explain why you should win. Ashley says a winner shouldn't just comp out. I turned Vinny into an ally. I turned Keanu into an ally. My social game was why I should win. Very reflective. I mean, that meant a lot to me just because like we heard her talk about like after the White Locust twist, like this isn't how Big Brother is supposed to be. Like just a competition show. If I knew it was going to be like this, I wouldn't have played. So it was so great to hear her say all of these things and to have the jury reflect that. And then Morgan finally asked Vince and then tried to ask Ashley, but came back to Vince. Why do you think you're sitting here right now? And then Vince said, he was on good terms with everyone. I was able to have my enemies be my allies and allies be my enemies, whatever that means. And I felt like if anything, he was just saying what Ashley was also saying. But that was the end of the interrogation before their final speeches. So what were y'all's thoughts about this portion of the episode? If you really had anything beyond Ashley kind of won there.
I mean, I thought Ashley dominated, and I really enjoyed hearing like excuse me, the passion in her voice.
Yeah.
Like that was really like cool to me because I feel like we haven't seen that energy in a minute. I mean, we got that
Taylor.
kind of from like yeah, I guess Taylor was probably the last time we saw that.
I am not just a shield. I am a sword. I am a victor.
I actually forgot about Taylor's final 2 thing.
How could you forget about that?
Best
I don't
final 2
know.
speech of all time.
Story of resiliency, Nick. Come on.
Yeah.
Sorry. But yeah, I
Can we
just
watch
really
that?
enjoyed hearing how passionate she was, especially compared to Vince, the fan of 10 years, and how it felt like he's like didn't even care, like honestly to me. Like it felt like he knew he was losing. That was the impression I got.
It didn't help that he didn't have a finale outfit picked out and had to resort to his like
and his sweater,
resort like where
It felt like
Colorado.
It felt
resort
like
what was
outfit.
that?
It felt like he was applying to a job, so he didn't put any effort into it.
So he didn't get it.
Yes. Yeah, that was I like that comparison, Zach. It did feel like a crappy job interview where like he did not answer any of the questions correctly.
No wonder he's
there
unemployed.
was no like there was no like oomph there. I don't know. Like there was nothing. And when you have Ashley who's literally being like, "Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Ashley. Please sit down. Thank you, Ashley." It was like you got to step it up, Vince, and he wouldn't.
Yeah,
And
they wanted him to be
I don't
mask
know.
off. They wanted him to be the guy that
Mask
is
off.
like,
mask
I took all. They wanted him to be almost like Jag, because for some reason Vince would have
Right.
had more of
I
an
have your
argument to be a
blood
Jag.
on my hands.
Like whatever Rachel said about him in that jury roundtable was really the persona that Vince should have taken on in all of
Exactly.
this. And what he did was do the same fake thing that he did with all of these house guests for 83 days, which is just, oh yeah, you're my best friend. Oh, I'm so nice. I'm not what? These are just my emotions. This is who I am. It's human. That's all these human connections, you know? Like, and he just didn't change.
Human
He didn't take the mask off. What they wanted was Vince to be like, I was lying to all of you all the time. I was aware of it. I made final 2s with all of you. I didn't intend
Yup.
on any of those to come to fruition. Even after the jury questioning, when Julie asked, who all had a final 2 with Vince? And all those people raised their hands, and Julie's like, who was your real final 2? And he was just like, oh, they were all real. Until the end, when he was kind of like, why am I even saying this? Where he's like, and I was just going to let everyone take each other out. That's what you should have said first, Vince. Instead, you built up to that.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because he like wouldn't take credit for like any of it. It was very like weird because it was obvious that they wanted him to own all of that, and it was just like, well, like I don't know, like Morgan and Lauren, they were both like my final 2s, and like I don't know who I wanted gone more. I guess Morgan was my real number 1. You know, just say it. Like we all know it. Like we all know Morgan was your real number 1. Just say it. Why are you acting like we don't know the answer? And like it reminds me in, you know, certain ways of when like Paul used to do his DRs in 19, or not his DRs, his goodbye messages in 19, and would act like he had no idea what the hell just happened. And it
That's
was
such a
like,
good-
this is exactly why people didn't vote for Paul to win, because he would play stupid.
And what
Just
did
own
Ashley
it.
say was one of her strategies? She utilized her goodbye messages to make up some of that ground
Yeah.
that she lost, especially with Keanu. She said that in one of her interviews too. But that's so interesting that you bring that up, because I was already thinking like this is kind of like a 19 scenario, which is already funny because Vince is Paul in disguise or whatever. But also in the sense that Ashley was someone that people gave no respect to this entire game.
Mhm.
Like Josh Martinez, completely different games. I'm not saying that they are comparable, but in the sense of the story of the season where Vince is that first, person in power and kind of the main character and kind of making all the decisions, but burning everyone in the process and pissing all of them off as they go to jury. And I almost said Julie, but that also would have made sense.
I had no idea that this was going to happen.
Yeah, and then in his
Yeah.
goodbye messages, not really acknowledging any of it, or not confessing it, or not having the mask off. And then Ashley comes in, is like, "Oh, I'm doing all of this. This is what I've been doing. This is the alliance that we formed." Kind of doing what Josh did in his goodbye messages, and then of course it comes to fruition in the finale. So
I'm sorry, Colton's typo is really taking me out. Woo, that was good. That was so unintentional, but it was great.
That's way better. That's great. Thank you, Colton, for all of that.
Oh, that was really funny.
Yeah, 19 was crazy, everybody.
It was. That was nuts. So can I also just bring up, since we're talking about this too, Julie cutting them off. I'm
Yeah,
like
I
really
need to find
pissed
one
me
of those.
off. Like really, really pissed me off. Like, I'm sorry, Julie, but are you the one fighting for 750K right now? No. So please stop. Like, and I understand they're on a time crunch, they're on live TV, but this is why they need to prepare for this more. This is what we want to see. We want to see the final two and who they're going to crown to win. I don't care about anything else. They can
you wanna
edit all that
see-
out. They can
wanna
edit
see the
that
comp?
down.
Comp, right? Okay, we'll show more of the final.
Right.
the-
Let's show them more of them flying on drones or whatever for like we don't need all of this. Like,
We have a 4-minute mastermind edit coming up, though. What do you mean?
right. So Ashley, you gotta hurry up. You gotta get quicker. It's like it drove me nuts, honestly, because I was like, I can only imagine the amount of like anxiety or whatever that like the finalists are feeling, and like having to try and like say everything that they want to say in like however, like, because they don't even say, Ashley, you have 3 minutes. Like they're just like go.
Yeah,
And
that's
like
such a good
Ashley was
point.
just like answering the question, and Julie's like, okay, Ashley, save it for your final plea. It's like,
You never know.
no, right? And then you're cutting her off during her final plea. Like, you just told her to save it for her final plea, and then you're like, you got to wrap it up. It's like, what? Like, it was just so like, I really do not like how they handle the whole like thing with it, the questioning, because it always feels so rushed, and that's always my critique with the finale. Make it longer, give us a reunion that's at a different time frame, so we don't have to worry about, well, now we have to go and ask Jimmy and Mickey and Rachel and Riley and
You have
every
Big
single
Brother
person.
unlocked. Use it for
Yeah.
that. Have it have it the day after the finale. I don't care. While everyone's there.
Whoa. You're saying we need to have another show after the finale? No, that is not Big Brother.
I know
we
it'd be
can't do
ridiculous.
that.
People would watch a reunion episode. I swear.
100%, hands down.
Really? Give
Even
me
if
proof.
it was like a 30-minute thing.
Like, yeah.
Give me all of the reality shows that have reunions.
Love Island, and
I'm
it
just-
blows the hell out. It's like, are you? Please tell me you're like
Yeah.
kidding right
Trader,
now.
yeah, Traders
Let's,
literally has a reunion.
Not to interrupt this, but let's watch Julie interrupting Ashley.
The judges. The judges stemmed from me being able to convince Rachel why Morgan was a valuable asset in the game. Rachel did not want to keep Morgan that week. She wanted her to go home, but I convinced her why Morgan was a valuable asset because she's attached to Vinny. So when the veto was used week 6, I told her this is the time, Operation Save Morgan. And that is how the judges was birthed. The judges was birthed because Rachel, Will, and I got together in the room and decided how do we move forward in the game to have numbers. We made this mistake this week of putting up our own allies. We cannot make this mistake again. And so there the judges was formed. I suggested with Will and Rachel that we need to align and stick to Morgan and Vinny. And in that, I was able to reposition myself in the game because not only did I have protection with the judges, I was able to completely readapt myself to the game.
Thank you.
Oh.
I just wanted, I want to remind you each, you're going to have your final arguments after you answer questions, okay?
I mean,
So don't give it all.
I will say,
Don't
Ashley,
give it all away. It was I don't know. I was over here defending Julie like a week or two ago, and I didn't like I don't know. It bothered me. It really bothered me because it was just like so like
I thought you liked
Julie. They're
Julie, though.
literally fighting. I do, but it just pissed me off because it was like they're fighting for 750K, and she's so passionate, and you have Julie being like, "Don't give it all away, Ashley. You're gonna have another chance to talk." And she's also cutting her off.
Also, I'm sure Rachel gave her pointers too of like, you know, what's her name? Portia on her exit on her recent interview with Sharon Tharp. She was talking about how like, yeah, I was going against Rachel who kept on going over her time and stuff, and like, you know, looking at a vet doing that versus a newbie, you know, a newbie is automatically going to stop whenever Julie tells them to stop, but a vet's gonna keep going. No, you're not gonna tell me to stop. I'm gonna keep on going and trying to defend my case and stuff. And Rachel was, I feel like Rachel probably told Ashley about that or something just to keep going.
Yeah, I think that's always the best. Like, make Julie tell you to stop. I think anybody should just do that from now on.
Right.
Like, unless they're gonna
What are
give
they
you a
gonna do, end the
timer, unless they're gonna
broadcast?
like mute your mic, like modern presidential debates or whatever. Like, just keep going. Get your words in. Like,
Yeah.
you need it. That's your only chance. Okay. I think
Don't
Julie also
give it
did
all
here.
away.
Vinny
there.
from an
You'll have
enemy
another
to an
chance.
ally. Week 1, he put me on the block to send me home. By week 6, I was in alliance with him. And the next 3 HOHs, I was never on the block. Keanu was someone who put me on the
also
block as a
standing.
replacement
That was
nominee
weird.
week 8. And he also protected Will. Yet by week 10, I was able to flip the vote, get myself to stay, and get his vote over Will. That is the definition of the social game.
Thank you, Ashley.
Oh, that
All
one.
right, Morgan, we promise.
Thank you, Ashley.
I feel like we need to hear some of Vince. Where should we go with Vince? Kelly's.
Notice how
Where
Vince
does Kelly
never-
laugh?
Or no, Vince
Kelly.
did get cut off. I was like, Vince was not talking for as long as Ashley was, but he did get cut off at certain points.
He
But-
definitely was not as lengthy.
Yeah, he definitely got cut off sooner though.
Okay.
Allies into enemies, enemies into allies, but I was also able by the end to have all of them be my allies. Because one way or the other, Keanu still would have taken me to the end, I firmly believe. Kelly, I believe I had good terms with. Rachel protected me when she was somebody who wanted me out the first half of the game. I think I was on good terms with almost everybody. And I just think that protecting myself, strategically aligned.
You can see
funny.
Will
I
literally
didn't
like
catch that at all.
You didn't see Kelly laughing?
No.
Watch Will just
Oh.
like bump
Yeah, I
her
see
real
him
quick.
with
Laughter.
almost everybody. And I just think that protecting myself.
He did a Julie to
funny.
Zach on Kelly.
Stop
He
it.
did.
He's like, you take that boy seriously, even though you're not gonna vote for him.
Yeah.
And
I
he
feel
was
like
he's like, yes, another vote for Ashley.
yeah, Will said if you laugh, you have to vote for Ashley. But yeah, that summary, I think that's a good summary of like Vinny's question answer portion, just because I think everyone was kind of decided. Apparently even Lauren was decided at this point. Did not know that at that time. But yeah, a clear Ashley victory in that portion of the episode. Let's show final speeches real quick. I'm not going to show them in full, but I'll click around.
Okay, Julie.
We don't have
I'm
enough
cutting.
time.
I'm cutting them off.
We had the
Brother.
pre-jurors in the backstage.
Do I just start whenever?
Yeah, you have the floor.
Oh wait,
Okay,
that
cool.
was so funny
There's
when
some-
she just stood up and was like,
This smile reminds me of the meme of her in the mirror, like looking at her teeth. Do I just go whenever? Okay, one more time.
Honestly, it's kind of shade too.
Do I just start
the
whenever?
like
Yeah, you have
dead
the floor.
silence.
That's honestly a good way to break the tension, though.
Okay, cool. 3 months ago, I came into this house with a mission, and that was to win this game. But this mission was halted when week 1, day 1, I was the biggest target in the house because of a situation we now know
Thanks
as
a lot,
shower
Catherine.
Gate. But I didn't let that stop me. Instead, I took myself off the block, won the very first power of veto, and ultimately changed the trajectory.
Seeing Vince right there reminded me that Vince said in his interview, he was asked like, you didn't have like a lot of respect for Ashley's game, like what do you think about her winning? And he was just like, honestly, when she started speaking, I was like, oh, fair, I guess that's a fair point. And then just made it seem like he came around to liking Ashley's game and her
I would have
speech.
voted for her.
Yeah, it's like after 80 days of being like, Ashley doesn't deserve to be here. Why is she
Yeah.
even here? Like,
And she
okay.
beat him in the final 2.
Yeah.
Loser.
Of my game. I remained targetless week after week and didn't go up on the block for 9 weeks as an original nominee. And that was strategy. You see, I
And
came into
that
this
was
house
strategy.
knowing that, the most liked person is targeted, the least liked person is targeted, but I knew I wanted to fall right in the middle. Creating annoyances, creating purposeful things to make people like me just enough, but enough to create a small target on my back to keep me in this game. Spunky, but she's also someone who is intelligent, but people think they can emotionally manipulate and control her.
Oh, sorry, I literally just skipped over her Elle Woods thing. That was bad timing.
Elle Woods is very kind, she's likable, she's spunky, but she's also someone who is intelligent, but people think they can emotionally manipulate and control her. You see, Elle Woods and I have more in common than you might think,
What do you think
because
that
I'm
is?
not a social media marketing manager. Actually, before this show, I had a career as an attorney at a prestigious international law firm, and I graduated from a top 14 law school in the nation.
I guess Morgan was finding this out just then. too,
Yeah,
as well as...
Morgan definitely must have just been fine. And Vince too. I wish they showed his face.
Yeah, Vince apparently was really shocked from what he said, but I don't believe anything he says. Anyway, that was the majority of Ashley's. I don't want to do the rest. I'm sorry. It was really good though. Wait, is she still talking this far in? This is okay. Yeah, this was definitely not 45 seconds. Joseph, you said that too.
The second I walked in, I took information that you guys gave me and I used it as a weapon sometimes to get what I wanted, or I used it to create more allies in this house.
You need to wrap.
Oh,
You
sorry,
need
Julie.
to wrap it up.
That was fair though. If they only were told 45 seconds.
This journey getting to this point has been a long
Oh, that was
employed.
Vince's line about being unemployed.
45 seconds.
Well, I really am unemployed. This journey, this journey getting to this, everything and anything I possibly could to make it as far as I could and have the success that I always dreamed of. And I proved a lot to myself. I came into this house with very little confidence, but I ended up winning 4 HOHs, which was the most of the season. Second one was purely strength endurance. Third one was memorization mental booth comp.
I forgot about this, where he just described the different types of competitions that he won as a way to describe why he should win this game. I won a physical endurance comp. I won a physical comp that doesn't last very long. I won a physical comp that has a puzzle that you had to build in it. I won a physical comp that has a maze built into it. Anyway,
And
all of you hate me,
CBS
but
ate that up. Because this is a
they blew their
competition
budget,
show.
Yeah.
This is a competition show after all.
Can I ask a question? So like,
No, there's not enough time.
No, I'm sorry, Nick.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. So Colton's comment makes me like think, right? Like, because Colton says in chat, all he had to do was say he was a cop instead. And like, can you imagine if like Vince was just like, well, Ashley's a lawyer. Well, guys, guess what? I'm the CEO of Amazon. Or like,
He was just
crazy
like,
thing,
he just hits a Hail Mary. Just like,
Takes off his beanie for the first time ever.
So you
but
guys
it's just
all
his
thought I
hair.
was
It does nothing
unemployed?
different.
Yeah, okay. I
Or
takes off his
takes off his mask and reveals Paul.
He has the zipper under the beanie, and he's like,
Yeah.
It's just his regular hair, though. There's nothing different
Shed-
about
you
it.
guys all
his-
thought Rachel was the only vet in this game. Well, guess what?
And then Vince is like, or
He pulls up to
Africa's
reveal a
like-
long beard that's been hiding under his mustache. Yeah, I like that.
It's like,
Like, what? How did you? How did we not notice that? That's crazy.
Dominique
but-
comes back and says, snake.
Oh my god. Too many 19 throwbacks, I think, tonight.
yeah, I don't like this.
Let me finish this out.
Fourth
Oh,
cooker and
let me mute
alone.
Mintz.
That means I had to make
what
my
Kelly wanted
game
to do.
revolve around damage control and being on as good terms with as many people as I possibly could. And yes, I did a great job at that for a good portion of time because
He did a bad job at that for all of the time.
everyone knew what I was doing. I couldn't hide behind closed doors. Everyone knew I was having multi-hour one-on-ones every single day, and people called me out on it. I was strategizing in broad daylight, and everyone knew what I was doing. That also did get me in a little bit of trouble. I ended up
Okay, I'm not listening to anymore of this because
Strategizing
it
in
doesn't.
broad daylight. Like, are you only allowed to strategize at night? Like, I don't.
I just yeah, it doesn't make sense to go back and forth from like why he's saying like I did all of these things and I had to make enemies, but then being like, but you all liked me. He's doing this a thing where he's like assuming again, like how people feel about him in the jury, like assuming Kelly was gonna bring him to the final two, assuming Keanu was gonna bring him to the final two. Like, how does that appeal? I'm gonna cry because YouTube's gonna take away the video if I play it in full. Joseph, I know what you want, but I can't just do this, unfortunately. But yeah, I just don't understand the back and forth between that. It was never going to be a winning argument. And it kind of reminds me weirdly of his first HOH where he put Zay up on the block and has like a nomination speech where he says, I put you up because blah, blah, blah. I'm sure you understand. With no other explanation. Like, what the hell do you mean? I'm sure you understand why I'm putting you on the block. What is this, a scolding? A scoffing?
Right.
But anyway, I'm done with that. That's the same Vince is here 80 days later, learned nothing. Well, maybe he learned something now. Next, we have the jurors locking in their votes.
He learned he was single.
Oh, God. Jury, one by one, goes to put in their keys. I will say this was interesting because, like, Will just fully confessed, Zach Rance style, who he was voting for. Kelly, what did Kelly say? I feel like Kelly was.
Kelly said something about the best
Game.
Yeah,
For the person I feel like had the best social game.
So Kelly also fully revealed who she was voting for, and then Lauren doesn't say anything, practically, which later we're finding out probably because she didn't want to reveal to Vince that she wasn't voting for him.
Hey guys. Good job to both of y'all. Love y'all. See you in a few minutes.
Thank you, Lauren.
The "see you in a few minutes" line was actually pretty good.
Yeah, that was funny.
One of Lauren's best.
One of Lauren's few.
I spoke to various people in the house about what I thought a Big Brother champion should and will be. So my vote is for that.
Thank you, Keanu.
Keanu had the best one, I think.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know who he was voting for based on that. After like the Ashley, she told me what she envisions for a Big Brother winner, and she hasn't done that yet.
I'm voting for the person who believed in themselves and in us, even when I didn't.
Thank you, Ava.
Vince, obviously. Remember all those Vince pep talks?
Yeah.
With Ava.
Love you guys. I'm going to vote for who I think played the best Big Brother game this season.
She didn't have much time to think about it. I'll give her a pass.
No, she didn't. And like, I don't know. I saw people being like, ugh, well, like, why would she vote for Vince? And it was like, I mean, like, why wouldn't she? In my
No,
opinion?
this makes perfect sense.
Like,
does it?
She also said in her
it
interview that
does.
she knew everyone was voting Ashley. This was not like a Turner
I mean,
situation.
they're high-fiving and cheering and screaming when Ashley was announced as the final HOH.
Yeah, I think Morgan was like,
it was pretty obvious.
I said, why is Rachel so happy? She must be really excited to give Vince the win. I can't believe
Yeah.
Rachel got emotional for Vince.
I think it was very easy to read that room that Vince was not winning.
Yeah.
Vince even knew. Like,
Yeah. This was very Morgan said as much. This was so Vince did not have to lose unanimously, which I mean fair. It's also like I think Morgan should have voted for Vince. It would have been
right.
It would have been very
It would've been
strange
weird
if she did not.
didn't, in my
Even if
opinion.
like okay. So that was
I
the
think she
voting
should've.
portion. Let's now have the pre-jury come back on stage. Okay. Pre-jury's back. We have this portion every year. Last year it led to a lot of awkward moments, most notably between Angela and Matt, where they hugged, but Angela like still was just like, "Hey man, I hate you. I want you to know that." But the pre-jury
Still
comes back.
talking about me?
There are 8 pre-jurors here on this stage. It just feels like way too many. And we gave time to Vince's final twos, mini final twos in the house. We gave time to Jimmy talking about Morgan's game. We gave time Mickey talking about the Mictators and Jimmy's feud between them two. We got time for Riley and Catherine to talk at most 15 seconds about their relationship before they quickly moved on, never to return again to that topic. And then I think from there we go straight into the mastermind edit. You thought Dr. Will was the only mastermind. Well, it turns out there's actually more than you thought, which I mean, to be fair, I didn't think this was going to happen. I didn't know this is what they were doing.
This was a plot twist for me as well.
This caught us all off guard. So
I was shook.
I knew that Frankie was something.
Let me set it up. Because this edit reveals that none other than Jesse Goddard from BB10 and BB11 and Frankie Grande, who we already saw today from BB16 and BB Ranger games, and then Eric Stein from Big Brother 8, America's Player, were actually the masterminds of this season as they were revealed in a very long video as they recounted the twist that took them out on their seasons. That now they exacted revenge on Big Brother by being the masterminds and also taking someone out on a twist. Rachel Riley being that person. It was a very interesting reveal.
Friends.
Yeah, they're all friends. They all hang out. And
They
yeah,
babysit the kids.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Let's just reset. What did we think about this? Nobody saw this coming. I don't think anybody saw this coming from many miles away.
Actually,
So-
in the first podcast that we did, I pointed it out.
Okay, Nick, what were you
I'm
going to
just
say?
kidding.
I was gonna say, so when Jesse came on for Unlocked for like a segment or something like that, I remember there being like speculation of like, is Jesse the mastermind? And that's like what, because I think it was around the same time as like the White Locust thing. And so people were speculating, online that Jesse was one of them, right? So when they revealed Jesse, I was like, oh, they were correct. Cool. Frankie comes out. I was like, okay, I kind of, can see that. He was just there hosting a comp.
He was
they
on
probably
set.
were like, hey, like, let's, go. And like, my thought was like, is Angela or Felicia another one? Like, I was like, is it like, what's going on right now? And then Eric Stein pops out, and I was like, beyond flabbergasted. Like, I screamed. I was very shook. And the funniest part about all of this to me, me and Barrett were at the premiere party in July, and Eric Stein was there. So the mastermind was literally in our presence.
Right under our nose the entire time. Literally
The
watching
entire
Rachel
time.
come down the stairs. It was like he was there. And so the fact that if only we knew. He was wearing the mask, which was strange, but like if only.
He was also
Only
the
we
first
just
mastermind.
realized.
Yeah, I was questioning why he had it. It's a very realistic looking.
You had
Why
that
the
weird
robe
like
was
hood
on.
thing too
Yeah.
going on
The
too. It
robe.
was like it's like interesting outfit for premiere, but okay, like whatever. Slight error.
It's been a few years, so
I was
but
gagged,
I had
to say the least.
It gave me. It took me a second to realize who it was. 'Cause I was like, "Is that Michael Bruner's husband?"
Yes.
I was
yeah,
like,
Zach.
well, I was trying to think. I was like, "Who is that?" Like,
you're such a casual.
Well, he literally does not look like himself.
He does.
Like, no, he does not.
I think he does.
I don't think he does.
I knew who they all were immediately, so I don't know what. I mean, I feel like Frankie and Jesse have the same hair right now in terms of like color.
Frankie does not.
Frankie's
hair was much shorter in 16.
But Frankie's Frank. Oh, come on, you know who Frankie Grande is wherever he goes.
Yeah,
so.
social media mogul. Yeah, you're right.
No,
Jesse,
I'm not buying into this.
Jesse, it took me like, well, it only took me like 2 seconds because I heard his voice and I was like, oh, that's Jesse. Because if it was during White Locust or whatever, I did not watch that episode because obvious reasons. So
true. I do want to ask, was this necessary? This was, I will say, they did have a lot that they did with this. The different masks, the hints, they were there. This is like the kind of mystery that I wish they would have implemented into the game and not exactly like a video that they just wanted to make for the end of the year that didn't really have an impact. Like, I don't know, if we had more ability to interact with like the mastermind and have him like, you actually did have to solve something in the house constantly, or like more things like the accomplice or the vault that they randomly had. Like if they had kind of continued that, I wonder if this would have been more impactful. Otherwise, it just felt like I was just kind of wishing we were back to the pre-jury for a second. I did think it was cool to see Jesse, and it was cool to see Eric, and it was cool to have this acknowledgement of like twists taking out people. But when you do it on the season where Rachel was arguably taken out on one of the worst twists I've ever seen in the show, revolving around this, I tend to not care about it as much.
Yeah.
So, but it was cool to see all of them.
No, I agree with that. You know, I thought it was cool to see all of them too. I thought that like the little attention to details was really cool, like the masks and stuff like that, like you're saying. But like they didn't even like do anything with it, like you're saying too. And what I thought was also really kind of like weird was that it felt like when Julie was after this, right, and Julie's like talking to them all about it, and she's like, well, no one figured it out. And it's like, well, because no one was like thinking that it was 3 different people, and there was never any type of like like there was never any hints or like who is the master, like nothing. Like
but it was right
so
in front
many
of
things
us,
with
Nick.
It
was right in front of our eyes.
Why didn't you just play harder?
I'm supposed to see someone with I'm supposed to see someone with a mask and connect that to Eric Stein, and then see another person with the mask and connect that to Frankie Grande. Like, what? I just don't understand how they expected us to like figure it out, and what we were supposed to even do with it if we did figure it out, because there was nothing to do with it. Whether you were
the house
guest
guests to figure it out. Yeah.
What was Eric's hints towards the beginning of the game? There was like something that the video pointed out, but I forgot what it was.
Let me go back to it.
So I was more than willing to help conduct an orchestra.
Season 8 was mine for the taking. But I had to play America's game instead of my own. The America's player twist cost me everything. Surprise, surprise, Dustin.
See,
Eric.
He does not look the same.
I was just about to say that he looks the
hidden in
exact
plain
same.
sight. No one figured it out. 3 different masks were there the whole time. In the beginning.
Okay.
At the White Locust. And during my sanctum sacrifice.
Okay, so just those 3 times.
Well, wait, keep on going. There's
I will. No,
Oh,
it's okay.
And no one suspected a thing. No one saw the clues right under their noses.
The last time that I was here, a legend left the game.
The shirtless Sherlock hat.
The shirtless Sherlock.
How did we not know?
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That was what was being speculated. Like after this, this is the unlock segment that I'm referring to, and people were like, "What the hell was that? Like, where does Jesse fit into all of this?" So, I don't know.
I love that they put thought into it. I just wish they would have applied it in a different. I don't know. I don't know how to describe. Maybe I don't know how to
There
describe
was
what I want.
no way in order for the audience to like connect all of these dots, in my opinion. If that's what you were trying to go for, and if you were trying to get the house guests to connect these dots, they definitely weren't even able to
They
see
definitely
half
were
of
not.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
obviously
like,
didn't read the emojis.
right. I'm sorry.
But I do think you could
I
take
should've.
the thought that they put into this and make a house that actually has clues built into it. You've done that before. Like it's not a crazy thing.
Yes.
So to have a twist that's all about Hotel Mystere and then don't have anything that actually they have to solve that is a mystery besides a night one gag that they didn't solve in the first place, because why would they have really? And you're not going to implement any of that. You're not challenging them with your own theme. You're just making competitions and editing a video for the end of the year to say it was a big mystery.
There
And
was
you're
no
stupid
mystery.
as the. And if this is all just for the audience to figure out, and we didn't do it, it's just kind of like pointless because it didn't impact the game at all. Us knowing this information doesn't really change it. Maybe on a rewatch we'll be like, oh, okay, there it is, and I'll appreciate it more. But I don't.
But like,
I don't,
they didn't even like try to like get us to start like thinking. You know what I mean? Because Big Brother Twitter figures everything out. They figured out Amy was the accomplice before it was even shown in the episode because she had a thing in her pocket. So like, if they given us an
Pop it,
inch,
lock it,
I
put it in your pocket.
swear they would have ran with it and figured it out. But they didn't. And like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how I feel about it. Because even Frankie being like, last time I was in here, a legend went home. It's like, I don't know what he's talking about. Is he talking about when he was on 16? And like, is he talking about reindeer games? Like,
what if like
I don't know what he's referring to. But
What
it
if,
was
like,
obviously
since-
the Rachel thing, you know?
He was talking about
Yes.
Victoria.
Right, I'm
Right.
sorry.
What if Vince watching 16 immediately knew what he was talking about? What if Vince just put it together? He's like, oh, he's already talking. What if he's talking about Rachel? And what if Frankie's actually the mastermind? He just immediately puts it all together because it's a season he has actually seen.
And then says, I'm a cop, and then takes out his handcuffs.
Dr. Will, you're
And he
done.
wins.
So wait, keep on.
Declare the winner.
Wasn't
Yeah, I'll
there
keep
something
going.
else after this?
And the painting in our sanctum revealed all.
See, like, who even saw this?
The painting revealed all.
The truth is in the arts.
America's player in the rewind.
We didn't even see this, did we? I don't know. Can someone find a screenshot of this being on the line?
I did not see. The thing is, I wouldn't have been paying attention to it regardless in that episode, but I don't remember just seeing it
Also,
full
the comp
on.
wasn't
They
long
probably
enough.
did though.
And
True.
not only that, like it's just pointless. It felt like a knockoff version of like a Scream like killer reveal.
Yes.
It's traitors. What do you mean? They've wanted to be traitors so bad this season, and three of them
They
walking
did.
into this sanctum and taking off their hoods is more traitors than it could ever be.
Yeah.
It's called.
I mean,
what's
why
what's
do you
that?
think
What's
the
that place
hamster wheel
called?
came back?
Yeah.
What's that place called that they meet up in?
The turret.
Nick? Yeah. Or is that where the traders meet up?
Yeah.
Um,
I think it's called the turret.
For the sake of not torturing myself for like the next 40 minutes, probably, can I go use the restroom real quick and y'all complain about this for like a minute?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Have fun.
Is there anyone else that would have been better besides them? Like I don't even say better because they didn't even incorporate it that well. So I feel like it was going to be pointless regardless.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think of like people who got screwed over like majorly by twists, and I don't know.
Nick, from BB15.
What twist screwed him over? The MVP?
Yeah, because that's how he got nominated.
Yeah. That'd be really random if they went with like a Nick.
He's a famous YouTuber.
You're right, actually, and he hosted some show. Um, I'm trying to think. I don't know. To me, this season felt the vibe. I agree with Barrett what he said about the traitors thing. The vibe felt very traitor-esque. They had Rachel who did the traitors. They had an accomplice that they had to figure out. Then they had a mastermind also that they also had to figure out, and there was 3 of them apparently. And then they it just felt very traitor-esque to me. Oh, the hamster wheel. That was my other thing. That got so much attention because of the traitors. So they were like, this is going to be perfect. We're going to get in all the traitors viewers because we're going to look like the traitors this season. And then after that, we're going to do the hamster wheel. And it's going to be amazing. And it's going to cause so much drama. And we're going to get more of our players booked for the traitors next season. That's what I think this was.
See,
And
I
it
wish
flopped.
I wish like what if they had like clues or something like that throughout the game or something, and like if players were able to like submit guesses or something, and if they got one of them right, then they could get like some type of like advantage or something.
But that would require the people on the season to actually know who the hell these people were. And
Well,
that was not
then-
going to happen. Right. So it's like, I don't really know
Then
what
Rachel
they were
would've-
expecting to do with this, though. I mean, yeah, Rachel. But I don't know what... they would have just given Rachel a power at that point. But I just... Like, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know what they expected anyone to do with this information. Even if we caught on to the clues. It was like, if you're a viewer, okay... If you're a player, or if you're someone in the house, they're not going to know who the hell Eric Stein is. So...
Well, not only
and they don't
that,
even get anything.
Well, not only that, the freaking last clue that would have told us who it was not given to us until the last week of the game.
Right.
So, I don't know. They act like we're just, did you not know? We gave you everything. Okay. Whatever.
No,
Yeah.
we didn't know
We're
because none of
not-
us cared. Actually,
We've never signed up for the extracurricular mystery game that you made. We would, if you had said to the house guests there's a mystery in the house, I think we would have tried our very best to figure it out. But instead, you're just like, unbeknownst to everyone in the house, you're playing this like game of member berries and expecting us
Member?
all to be impressed. Which I mean, like, cool. I
What
can
if we
tell you
go
put thought
back-
into it, but I don't know what.
What if we go back and watch it and like the masks are actually the same and they're just
They're lying.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah
God,
they're
they're
lying.
Could be. Okay, we need to get out of here. We need to see Ashley win, because next was the vote. Anyone doesn't know, Ashley won 6-1.
Why are you spoiling the season for me?
Sorry. First vote
Check the
came
thumbnail.
from Morgan, was for Vince. But the last vote, every other vote that came in after that was Ashley's. And let's see the final moments, and including Lauren's vote probably would be best.
Congratulations.
For Ashley, Keanu has cast his vote.
Okay, that's for Ashley.
2 votes Ashley, 1 vote Vince. Lauren has cast her vote for Ashley.
And the last one.
Congratulations, Ashley! You are the winner of Big Brother 27.
Okay. Obviously, I want to talk about that one vote. That one. Lauren's vote for Ashley.
Vince's face.
God, that is so funny. Lauren, the shocking vote here. Morgan, not the shocking vote for Vince, of course. Every other vote besides Morgan's going towards Ashley, including Lauren's, which as of 2 weeks ago, or I mean, of course, as of yesterday, I would have never said this was going to happen. But as of 2 weeks ago, Lauren's in this game as Vince's final 2. Really, Lauren's only big ally at that point. And then look at us, finale night. She's not even voting for him to win over Ashley, who she wasn't necessarily that close to in the game, especially. But what did y'all think of Lauren's vote for Ashley?
I loved it because all of the people that have been giving me crap for liking Lauren all season long were finally like, good for her. And I was like, thank you. put some respect on my girl's name, and I know you were feeling similar, Zach. So
Excuse me? I had her as my winner pick every single week until she got eliminated.
I know you did. You don't need to remind me. I'm saying I think that Lauren voting for Ashley made all the people who were talking crap about her all season long to turn around and be like, oh, I like her. As if we
Yeah,
needed a
she's great,
reminder.
actually. Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm getting ahead of myself there. Oh my god, I'm all over the
Oh my
place.
God, now we're
Where's
back in
Lauren?
time.
Where's Lauren? Oh my gosh,
Oh my
look at
God,
all
we're
these
showing
things.
me winning the draft again.
Yeah, I wanted to bring that back.
Thanks. But yeah, I think it made people like turn around on her, if that makes sense.
It's a good ending for her, I think.
Yeah, like I think it was like a good redemption thing to do. For anyone who doubted her. Not me, because she was my girl. As she was Zach's as well. As he's gonna claim in 2 seconds when I let him speak. But yeah.
A little deservedly so for Zach. He had many weeks where he was hyping up Lauren. So
No, and I agree. I'm just happy that people turned around on her.
And I also said I don't think I said she was going to be a vote for Vince in our scenario or whatever, but I knew I was hoping that she was going to get a backbone, and the one that Vince never had, and actually stand her ground to be like, I cannot stand this man. This man has sent home all my allies and the reason why I'm in the jury, and she did it.
she
So,
did.
yeah.
She may not have said much, but she said a lot with this vote.
She got the last laugh.
If she decided to. She may have been too scared to laugh, but she could have
She got
if she
the last.
wanted to. That's good. I like that too. Oh, one thing I didn't mention earlier during the pre-jury segment, they did out that Amy was the accomplice, which was, they had Morgan be like, I thought it was Ava, and then
Yeah.
Amy stood up.
Because Ava was are we gonna talk about that? Because
there was, because after Ava got evicted, Morgan revealed that she thought Ava was the accomplice because of a text that she got pre-season that was meant to go to Ava but went to her.
It is confirmed to be true.
Okay,
I don't. Wait, can we give me information on this, because I don't know what we're talking about.
So
what this information has been confirmed.
Morgan has received a text that was talking about a replacement referring to Ava, or a girl named Ava being a replacement. I don't know exactly what the text said, but that's essentially what it was. Well, come to find out, Ava's boyfriend had posted something about how Ava had flew out to LA, and she didn't even know if she was going to be on the cast or not.
Oh,
so
he did.
He didn't know. It's they didn't, because she was flown in as an alternate.
As an alt.
Yeah, and then it was just a picture of her and a little thing or whatever, and it said, "Oh, we're so glad because we had no idea that she was actually going to be on the cast or something," as she left. So,
okay,
I don't know. I feel like there's some holes there. Why are they texting the wrong number? That hey, that you're an alternate, and it's
apparently
but Ava
happened
didn't know
before.
she was an alternate, but yet, or Ava didn't know.
I mean, come on, they knew about Taylor. There's going to be a pageant girl on the show.
Who knew
Remember?
about Taylor?
Paloma, a lot of the girls on the cast.
Everyone who hated Taylor the first week.
Yeah, because they remember this was a whole big
But-
deal in the preseason. People were saying, or the cast was saying, yeah, we heard there was going to be a pageant girl in this season.
I really don't.
Oh, you try to block out 24 though.
I do. I feel like that's a little different though. This is someone getting a text message saying, "Oh my God, you're an alternate." But Ava also, you're saying Ava flew out as an alternate, not knowing if she was going to be on the show or not. But then that text is
Yeah.
saying you're on the show.
You don't.
So
It's
like
the,
that
that's the
doesn't
thing.
make sense.
It's hard to take it seriously because if you remember, this all led to Morgan thinking that Ava was the accomplice, which she was
Right.
not. So
well,
it was,
if we're thinking like this, like maybe Morgan got the text like maybe Morgan got the
See, that's like what I don't understand, because Ava was obviously in sequester when like she was an alternate already. So like,
Well,
why would
yeah.
they text her and be like, "Hey, congrats, you're an alternate"? They would go to
I
her
think it
hotel
was-
room and knock on her
Well,
door.
I think
'cause she wouldn't have
they
a
would-
phone.
Well, I think they would probably text her like as she's going, like you're an alternate right now.
I think Julie's
that's
telling us to wrap it up.
because that's what the insinuation was on her boyfriend's post, was that she was flying out.
I don't believe any of it.
Oh my god. Okay.
That's my final verdict.
When it
Oh,
all,
yeah, I
when you
forget.
watch it back, when you watch the show back, Nick, you're gonna see that I got that text message.
Yeah. Okay. I forgot Nick's spoiler royalty,
Spoiler
or
reality Vegas.
Yeah, spoiler they them. And and
Going
but-
back to the accomplice though, it was Amy.
Anyways,
And Amy was especially happy after Ashley won, which if you remember all the way back, Ashley and Amy and Rachel were kind of a trio in a sense. So it's been a long time coming for Amy to hug Ashley, but here was her reaction, as you could hear on the broadcast itself. I love this moment so much.
that and like when they were hugging Rachel, that like
Yeah.
that got me. I don't know what about that, but that made me like choke up. I was like, oh, because like they gave them so much shit in the beginning of the season, the three of those girls, for just being friends, and look at the end result.
Exactly.
oh man, I'm single. Oh,
Oh goodness.
where's Kelsey?
From here, I think we should watch Keanu winning America's Favorite Player. With 65% of the vote.
I don't believe that either.
Oh. Forgot that happened.
What? The clip you just showed us?
The top
wait.
3 vote.
Were y'all hearing that?
No.
That's
You were
so
showing us the
bad.
clip of Amy and
Amy
Ashley
and-
hugging.
My bad. I completely forgot to click the. We're just sitting here in silence, click clacking over here. Anyway, I found the clip. Everybody.
Oh yeah, Taylor won again.
Now, to the left.
See, I thought you were all watching that with me, but
Last
apparently
prize
not.
up for grabs tonight. Our viewers have been voting for their favorite house guest. The person who received the most votes will take home $50,000. Are Rachel, Keanu,
50?
and Will.
Yeah.
Millions. Winner with more than 65% of the vote is. Congratulations, Keanu! You are America's favorite house guest. You have to say to America.
I'm so thankful. Thank you, guys. When I came here and I wanted to play a relatively clean game, I wanted to make sure that if I were to win, it didn't change who I was as a person. So I'm very happy and very fortunate that you guys appreciate that about me. So thank you so much.
Congratulations.
All right, Keanu, winner of America's Favorite Player, $50,000 richer. Not a shock. We've done the popularity polls for the past, month or so, and Keanu has had a commanding lead every single time, and it only increased as he stayed in the game and after Rachel went out. So Keanu wins America's Favorite Player. Obviously, America's Favorite Player, you see them most often return to Big Brother if they do have returning players. So that can mean things
Unless
for
you're
Keanu.
Donnie.
Yeah,
Alyssa.
except for Donnie was not asked back. But you have people like
Zach. I mean, no. Never mind.
but you have, Jeff Schroeder coming back. You have wait, no, not Tyler. Yeah, Tyler coming back. Well, I guess All Stars is a bad representation of America's Favorite Players coming back.
They all went out. Like, in a row.
Janelle.
Yeah,
Janelle came back. Keisha came back. Jeff
Keisha.
came back. Brittany came
Nicole.
back. Jeff
Thank
came
you.
back. Frank came back. James came back. Tyler came back. Nicole came back. Devon is a return. I don't know.
Devon came back. Oh, Devon coming back on 18. Yeah. Well, I mean, not after winning America's Favorite, but being in the running.
Tiffany came back. And Cameron came back. And Taylor came back.
So, good track
Reindeer
record.
Games.
Just saying. Even if, but usually it's a little bit skewed, I guess, by all returning cast. Also, but in any case, if there is an all returning cast, Keanu is a shoe-in to come back on that. And I would say Keanu could even be a shoe-in on like a smaller returnee season in a mix of a new cast. So,
James,
top
it's
three,
his
not
turn.
surprising to y'all. Top three being Keanu, Rachel, Will.
We called it.
We did pretty much.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, I wonder if they put Ava in that placing on purpose, because that was really funny. I'm not gonna lie. Ava
Was she right
standing
next to them?
directly next to all of them.
I didn't even think about that.
It was Ava, Will, Keanu, Rachel. Like they were all standing in a row, and Ava was the last one all the way on the left. So I was like, oh, Ava probably thinks that she's in the top whatever right now. And
Oh,
it was just
I didn't even
Will,
notice that she was sitting
Keanu, and
right
Rachel.
there. Oh my god.
Like she's in the shot. Like
I wonder
and
if
she wasn't in the top 3.
Where's the rest of the cast? Let me see.
I feel like they're all on the well, yeah, they're all over.
Here they are. Yeah, you had Ashley on the other side of Rachel. So I wonder if that means Ava got 4th. I wonder if they put her over there on purpose.
She did not. Barrett, let's be so serious right now.
She got 4th place, and I don't know who else the casuals would be voting for.
I feel like they'd vote for Morgan, Riley.
I might have to go to the popularity poll. Not Riley. Come on. I don't even think the casuals liked Riley.
He was
really by
robbed.
the end. Okay, whatever. Anyway,
robbed by
I
Nikki.
do love that Ava was there. Perfect placement.
Yeah, I thought that was really funny.
They should have put Frankie Grande
Regardless if
there.
it was on purpose or not. Stop. No.
Okay, that's the season. It's over.
Thank God.
And wait, what was our photo shoot? Or forgot what all we had here.
I love this picture.
Yeah.
This is my favorite.
Oh man,
Vince cowering to the right.
What do you mean
Okay.
Kelsey's not here.
Now that we have finished this entire season, now that Big Brother 27 is over, the only thing that's really left to discuss is these post-game interviews and our reactions. I'm not going to go through. I feel like we've covered a little bit of them naturally as we've gone along. I do have some clips from interviews that I've seen pop up. I feel like some of them might be interesting to go through, and I'm not going to have any order to these. So
We're not gonna react to how we said this scenario is gonna go.
the scenario of Ashley and Vince.
Yeah.
Oh, good point. I could pull that up real quick. You did post that in the Discord, so
Yeah. That's why I did.
So yeah, a couple of weeks ago, we did varying scenarios of who would be in the final 2. And I need to open this up in a new tab. And of course, inevitably, we came to Vince and Ashley at one point. And we were a little off, I must say. But
We had the
continue
right
in
outcome.
browser. Oh my god, I have to log in or download the video. I don't know if I can do it. Zach, I don't think I'll be able to react to him.
Why can't you?
I haven't logged into Discord in like a browser or anything. I'm sorry. But here's the thing, we were wrong.
We were
We
right
said
in
it
the
was going to
outcome.
be 5-2,
Yeah,
and we were way off.
yeah.
But those 2 votes were going to be Morgan and Kelly, of all things. So the fact that we
Hey,
had Kelly
right.
over
in
there.
our defense, it was before they were even evicted. Too,
Yeah.
So
Yes, yeah. Before we saw Kelly's like exit with her whole, Vince will do anything that Morgan
Yeah.
does, and so yeah, give us a little bit of credit there. But I feel like we were pretty. The fact that we didn't have Lauren over there means
Yeah.
a lot, and the fact that we were still shocked by it makes me think that
Because we said
we were
I
confident.
believe in it. I believe in it. I mean, we said in this scenario, Vince has to burn these people. so bad.
Yeah, that's literally what we say in the clip, is that Vince has to burn these specific people.
I wish I would have pulled up this clip where we sound really smart.
I know.
To be like, we know what we're doing. Actually, I just downloaded it. Maybe I can upload it real quick. Everyone, bear with me.
Zach, where did you post it?
In Big Brother.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Here we are. Vince and
Oh,
Ashley. I feel like we did Ashley and Morgan. Just so everyone knows, audio only. You're about to hear our voices from the past.
September 16th.
Probably in the end, and that vote
I'm
might
so
also
sorry,
go that way.
Morgan.
You know,
I have to evict you.
or if it's Lauren. Suddenly you lost her too. Sorry.
Would it be
so-
like Drew and Diane?
He might even lose Kelly this week.
That's what I'm saying. Like Kelly also hates Vince, for the record. Like she literally, I remember like a few weeks ago, I can't remember who it was that came up to the HOH room when Vince was HOH after the wall comp, and they were like, Kelly just wanted me to come up here and tell you that she hates you. So first of all, this is ridiculous. We're watching ourselves right now, but but hey, look at our minds 2 weeks ago.
We were so on it.
Yeah. Anyway, I am glad we pulled that up. That it gives me a little bit of validation for our scenarios next year, not only for the graph, but for our takes on everything. So, okay, now back to these post-game reactions and interviews and all of that stuff. I'm basically just going to be scrolling through my likes and seeing what's popped up in the past day. This one is from Sharon. You're going to see a lot of Sharon, Mike Bloom, and maybe Entertainment Weekly, and Taylor Hale also had some interviews. So this one's with Sharon, with Vince, and it's about his jury management. And I always love Sharon's banter with house guests because she sounds like a
So
fan
good.
talking to them. So let's listen to that.
Put second. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't. My dream management was not there. I made too many. I did tell too many lies, and I had too many final twos, and it was just that self-preservation, desperation. I've wanted this for so long. I can't lose. I can't go out early. And then before you know it, you're at the end, and I'm looking around. I'm like, sorry.
It's
I didn't
almost
think
like you hit a point where you couldn't stop. Like you know what I mean? Like it was too far gone where you just kept lying. And I'm like, Vince, no.
You're telling me. You're preaching to the choir here. Sometimes I would say something. I would tell Keanu something, and then I would leave the room and be like, why did I say that?
Just so everyone knows, Vince formed a final two with Sharon at the end of this interview, and now they're working together. But no,
Now
Sharon's
Sharon's
interviews
gonna
are all
backdoor
great.
him.
I'm gonna skip over that one. Oh, here's Hannah Chada's reaction. This is
Oh
with
wait, I
Taylor
want
Hale
to see
now.
this.
Hannah Chada filmed a video, and so this is Ashley and Taylor Hale watching that.
Ashley, you know I'm not emotional at all, but I'm literally shaking. I'm actually tearing up. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. You've made all of us
she's
so
so
proud. You
crying.
carried yourself with such grace and tact, and you killed your final speech. And I'm, oh my God. I feel like this. I'm sorry. This is the closest thing
Oh, she's
I think I could
crying.
possibly
Oh,
feel
Hannah.
to winning the game myself. So I'm so proud of you. Your parents have raised such a brilliant, resilient woman, and I love you so much. My oldest friend just won Big Brother, and I'm so excited. Taylor, I love you. Please give her all my love. All my
Also, some background is they've been friends since they were like toddlers.
Yeah,
So-
Hannah found out that they actually went to like Gymboree together when they were 18 months old, so they've known each other practically their whole lives.
And I also know someone that's friends with both of them. And he was messaging me last night whenever he found out, and fast rewind to whenever it was the first week, and he was like, I think she's too nice for this game. She does not lie great at all. And he was like, I love her.
I remember you saying that, and us all being like, "That's an accurate read."
But
very true.
regardless, proud.
Yeah, Joseph, I like what you're saying. It would definitely be hard to be a podcaster while your friend is playing Big Brother. It'd be impossible for
I'd
me
be
to watch
fighting
either of you
people.
playing, I will say.
That's what I would
I
be
was-
so biased. Are you kidding me? That could be in there acting like Vince, and I'd be like, so fucking what? Like, let him lie to all those people.
He
Like, I
knows
don't
what he's
care.
doing, okay?
Right. He wanted Lauren out of the game. I don't care.
Here's Joseph Rodriguez, not to be confused with Joey Rodriguez, reaction to the Lauren vote and winning the game.
Kelly has cast her vote for. Congratulations!
King Joseph, the true mastermind.
He would have been a jury if this was a normal season of Big Brother.
Exactly. Here's Rachel with her family. They're reunited with the I Love Rachel shirts. If you saw everyone using this to take over their profile pictures for the past however many weeks.
Zay has one too.
Yeah, Joseph, I believe you. If you watch the feeds, this is a big deal I know. She is a very underrepresented winner in terms of the edit, which is why rewatching this season is going to be even stranger, I think, knowing what comes up. I don't think they planned on Ashley winning this game for a second. Will posted on his Instagram, nothing like a little day drinking, lemon drop martini. Love it. Love it. Here was, okay. If you don't like Nicole Franzel, this part is for you. This is from Nicole Franzel's newsletter, apparently. As for finale last night, wow, I was surprised by the outcome. I didn't expect Ashley to win, and I think a lot of factors came into play with that jury. Everyone has their own perspective, of course, and at the end of the day, a win is a win, and she did what she needed to do. I'm just glad Keanu got America's favorite. He was such a fighter and so fun to watch. I bet we'll see him back on our screens again someday. This is the most Nicole Franzel kind of response that I have ever seen.
What? She didn't say anything bad.
That's so like. Let me like say something that's like not nice but not bad at the same time.
Let me definitely say I didn't like that she won, and I do like
Exactly.
Keanu, which is exactly what everyone.
This is giving HR. Like
she gave the politically correct Big Brother answer. Like this would be a statement used in the Big Brother house.
I got two of you saying that she put a Instagram story complaining about a bitter jury and then deleted it.
Ah, Zach, I thought bitter juries aren't a thing.
Okay, obviously, I don't know what to say to that.
You need to go to the CBS HR room right now to get your answers straight that a lot of these house guests have been getting coached on in the last day. I just wanted to point that out. I don't want to spend too much time on that because it doesn't. She doesn't really matter for the season.
I'm just saying.
I liked her in 18. Okay, and reindeer games.
Okay, I'm gonna play this from Taylor's interview. This is about the option one stuff. We talked about this not too long ago. Vince and Morgan had a lot of talks about their human connection, and Vince had an option one scenario that apparently he brought up to Morgan, and they were speaking in code and wouldn't say what any of it meant. We all know what it meant. We all know what his option one outside of the house was gonna be. And so here's Taylor asking him about that, and this response that he gives is pretty much what him and Morgan keep giving for their entire interviews.
Saw you have a conversation in the HOH room where you were describing or exploring something you were calling option one. To the outside, it seemed you were declaring your feelings for Morgan.
I'm just curious what you're asking.
I mean, I'm curious.
Is there some clarification that you could provide here?
We ran scenarios and options all day and all night, so I don't have. It was platonic all the way through, so I don't have any thoughts on that.
Liar.
No one was applying. It was more than platonic, Vince. Interesting.
Yeah. Similar question for Morgan, but more just about Vince's situation in general. This is there's a little bit of connection issues in this one, I think.
Address the question. From my perspective, and my perspective only, because I can only speak about mine, it was strictly game related. I mean, let's be real. He won 4 HOHs. I had a month of safety outside of the 7 wins that I made to make sure I was safe. So regardless of how or not, frankly, it's none of my business. Those are things that he has to handle and that he can speak on. And to address the question.
Basically, Morgan being like, that's Vince's problem, deal with it. I don't want to be asked about that, which is probably great for Morgan. And easy to get out of any interview like that. So, because it's really not her problem. It's never been her problem, even if Zingbot and Julie wanted to say that it was.
She's not the one in the relationship.
Yeah, I will say she is definitely, when she's denying that it was what the relationship was, that's a bit much. But she can deflect all that, whatever. Thank you for confirming that there was connection issues, Joseph. I kind of talked about this earlier. With Morgan talking about, did she realize everyone was going to vote for Ashley? Her response was, people have been saying for weeks that he was playing my game, and truthfully, he was. I had a lot of strategy in Vinny's HOHs. I learned a lot about him, and I knew how to properly communicate with them and kind of weigh out the options. But I weighed them a little bit more in my favor, and it just so happened to work. I mean, I got his number 2 on the block for real. So very much aware of that. And then here's with Ashley and Mike Bloom talking more about, what is this? To help support her eventual Elle Woods reveal in the final 2.
A little bit worried about that starting to get towards the end of the game, because I
It's
remember
about her goodbye
Keanu
messages.
we had a conversation in the wine room, and he basically was like, I mean, basically you're going to be playing for second place because you've done nothing in this game. You're not really aligned with anyone, and Rachel was your only ally. And in my head, I'm like, that couldn't be further from the truth. So I'm like, maybe I'm playing this dumb card a little too much, where people are thinking I'm so much not a threat that they think I'm not doing anything, which if I make it to the final 2 tiers, that's a pretty hefty load to carry to try to get people's votes. But I really try to utilize my goodbye messages with every single person to explain my game. And so that was my strategy. Every single person that left in the jury, I left a message that revealed some of my strategy and some of my moves and some of the people I was aligned with.
The more Ashley talks about her game, I don't know if y'all feel the same way, the happier I am that she won this game.
100%. Even when she was talking about it during like just her speech and her answers, I was just like, how can you not respect this? Like, I don't understand how anyone could think anything otherwise should have happened in regards to... Come on.
In regards to what?
Vince and Ashley in the final 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she explained her game. She did everything she needed to do. I think it goes to show that like having like some adversity the first week of the game almost is better for people at this point in Big Brother history. It's like last year you had Chelsea be like she had to wear the costume. She couldn't compete in the HOH competition. Year before that, you have, well, Jack got evicted. That one's, I don't even really talk about that one. 24, you had Taylor be in trouble the very first week of the game, and that's putting it lightly. 20, Xavier was really never in trouble. But at least the last 2 seasons we've seen people get into trouble the first week, or at least end up on the block, and use that challenge to then form the rest of their game and adapt and like quickly. Just, it's almost like you're just being thrown into the water, and you gotta find your way out. And I think that's really respectable at the end game, especially when it was Vince that was the HOH the very first week that put you on the block, and you're sitting next to him in the final 2.
21, someone was dealing with symptoms in the house. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just being trapped in a house. Yeah.
Okay, this is another Mike Bloom interview with Morgan, talking about the Zingbot comment. If you like this,
And I mean, I know when the Zingbot happened, I mean, everyone saw my face. I was actually shocked. I did not think that was the perception. You know, like, I know my intentions. I know that it was strictly platonic. It was strictly a friendship. So when I heard that, I just had a lot of questions. Like, if I was a cartoon character, I had question marks floating above my head. Like, what the hell is going on in this house? Like, as if I didn't think this house was already crazy enough. Like, what is happening? Because, you know, him and I have had conversations about his girlfriend and like their plans and things like that. So I was just very shocked. However, from my perspective, like, it is strictly platonic. We are just friends. And outside of this house, a friendship is going to resume if that's something that he'd like to continue. If not, then, you know, it's a game. You know, at the end of the day, he did win 4 HOHs. I won vetoes and HOHs. Like, it made sense for both of us to play the game together. I mean, we'd be silly not to, because, you know, that was a tactic for me as well. Like, I mean, I remember when I took the veto and used it on Ava, I told him, like, you know, if you don't put Lauren on the block, we can't work together anymore. Like, that just wasn't going to be something that was going to help my game moving forward, was not working together. So as far as I'm concerned, because I can only speak for myself, it is a strictly platonic friendship.
What do y'all think about specifically like her response to Zingbot and feigning an ignorance about? It seems to be Vincent Morgan's MO to feign ignorance about everything, which, like, first of all, there's no way. Like Morgan is very much talking to a person who did not watch the live feeds. They were cuddling in the hot tub practically a night ago. So like, I mean, stop. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this denial. Like we all know.
I just hate that I understand they're interviewers and they have to ask her about this stuff, but it's like, she's not in the relationship. So yeah, whatever they saw, it happened, but she can't answer things that are for events. So
yeah, she doesn't have to answer that part, but like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's just a really weird
it's getting HR
situation.
It is giving HR
to the largest degree. I need HR.
Not as bad as Nicole Franzel.
I don't know if I have many other interview moments. Oh, I do have Steve Moses' tweet here, where he said, the best part of Ashley reheating my nachos is that she has no idea who I am or that she's doing it. I admire the commitment, and I'm so excited for her. Welcome to the circle, Ashley. Not the TV show The Circle, to be fair.
She just got a call.
But I also just love Ethan's tweet here. Oh my God, Steve just evicted Vanessa. Tweeted last night.
Hashtag BB17.
Nick is having PTSD right now.
That's trauma.
I think. Oh, here's Keanu. We haven't watched a Keanu video yet. Oh, this is a pretty important one. Mike Bloom did bring up Keanu's possible inherent bias towards men in the house, specifically Vince, and not really communicating with women the best way, or wanting to work, or wanting to trust their opinion. And this was his response to all of that.
Yeah, you know what? I think that has a lot more to do with how the beginning of the game shaked out. You know, when Jimmy put a big target on my back and then lied to me and led me basically to believe that, you know, Morgan and Mickey were the ones that were like basically plotting my demise. I think that's where a lot of that initially came from. And then obviously, you know, Rachel and Ashley were both, you know, with them to some degree. So it's kind of like the house was a little bit split in that regard. And then it's kind of unfortunate because I did trust people like, even though Lauren did put me up initially at the beginning, you know, I did have a lot of trust for her. I know she didn't necessarily want to put me up. So, you know, I trusted Lauren, I trusted Kelly, but you know, they weren't the information seekers. So that, I mean, that is unfortunate that that's the conception out there.
Okay. Well, that was really all we got from Keanu on that subject. I kind of see what he's trying to frame that as, of like, well, none of the women really trusted me, so I didn't really trust them. But like, why did you trust Vince then? Yeah. Vince also burned you time after time, which, I mean, we're sitting here. He didn't vote for Vince to win. And I don't think he would have taken Vince to Final Two by the time he left that game, what he thought about Vince. But there was a lot of bias leading up to all of that, which, I mean, Keanu in the grand scheme of problematic players, I can't even really classify him as problematic. Just that it was kind of annoying to watch. People love a guy who consistently just like is condescending to practically everybody, and also is wrong about everything. And was never had a handle on this game, and is so confidently wrong and only trusting this one guy who's giving him all the wrong information instead of Rachel or multiple people really who are trying to recruit him, string him along, use him as a shield, and he's just like, no.
Well, but wait, the edit told me that he's a comp beast and is gonna win the season. Are you telling me that CBS is lying?
It's what they want. I mean, it's definitely what they want. But I mean,
No one else even came close. Keanu, this was rigged.
I mean, if there's anything CBS is very honest about who they want to win these games, if anything.
Definitely. The edit shows it. Oh boy.
Oh, I thought this was a nice callback. That when Vince said this shit's gonna catch up to me eventually, and it did.
Oh, it did.
And just for funsies.
Is not contact me after this. Well, not really.
Anyway, moving on from there. Oh, should we do the Instagram thing?
Yes, please.
Okay. So, at the beginning of the year, there was a couple of really good graphics just like outlining how many Instagram followers. This is anti what we care about in Big Brother, but just for curiosity's sake, for those who want to know how many followers house guests gain throughout an entire season of Big Brother,
So they can get so many opportunities.
Yeah.
all
let's
the
get these
opportunities are just gonna
rolling.
roll in. So I want to make sure I keep the username in here. Okay.
Ooh,
So this is from Big
Skybox.
Brother Database. They made a nice graph showing just the amount of Instagram followers they gained, each person gained throughout the entire season. The top three were Keanu, Lauren, and Vince. Keanu gained 85,000 followers throughout the entire season. I believe he was already at like 100,000 when he started.
Yeah, he was I sent you the graphic.
Yes, I could just pull that up.
Let me find it on my phone too.
But behind him was Lauren with 38,000 followers roughly. Vince was 34,000 followers. Ashley 31,000. Ashley, Rachel, and Morgan all at 31,000. And then I don't want to read everyone's numbers, but the least amount was Will with 7,600. Next was Amy. Next was Kelly. The minimum though was 7,600 in terms of followers gained throughout a year. So if anyone is curious at how someone's following changes throughout the entire time in the house, any of these surprising to anybody?
So many opportunities.
I guess Vince.
Vince being third, yeah, that is kind of surprising.
Yeah. Vince started with only 600 followers too.
And for Will to sneak into the top three of America's Favorite, but be the least amount to gain
Yeah.
anything.
Well,
No one wants to listen to his podcast.
To be fair, his Instagram handle is not.
Yeah, it's very
easy
much
to-
Gamecocks podcast coded. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's not very personalized for Clifton Will Williams. But Ava I think had like 90,000 coming to the house, and she gained 20,000. But this is it. Yeah, I think Vince is definitely the shocker here. I'm not too surprised by everything else. But I'm glad Big Brother Database made this. Thank you for making this, Big Brother Database, if you are out there.
Yes, thank you, Big Bro Database.
And we'll be here next year to also figure out how many followers were gained from everyone. I do want to ask y'all, what is your favorite moment of the season?
Oh God, you said you were gonna ask us this, and I still don't know the answer to that question.
Riley getting evicted.
Hey, great. Anything specific from Riley's eviction episode? Because I think that there's a lot of good moments. You have Ava's vote, the silence, and the freaking out in the living room. Fuck all of you.
I hate all of you. Why'd you make me do this?
I mean, that
man,
boat
she
sequence
only
in and of
spoke-
itself, I feel like would be a good favorite moment. I did have something. Someone made a Big Brother iceberg. I'm gonna pull that up real quick. This
Oh.
may help you decide.
Okay, good. Because I feel like I have like no type of memory right now of what happened.
Let me try to help you out with. Oh, I want to make this. I can't make it bigger. Can you read this?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Okay. So towards the bottom, we have more obscure things. Obviously, if you've ever looked at an iceberg, towards the top is more something everyone understands. The casuals probably get. Everything down to the bottom of this is going to be more feedsters. Whether you're on Twitter, Blue Sky, there's going to be those kinds of references in there. Option 1, we know what that day. I don't remember what happened exactly on day 59 and day 70. I'm not that kind of guy.
Day 59 was White Lotus.
The pillow wall, a great reference.
No,
Oh
wait, that was
my
day-
God, I clicked off of it.
That was day
Barrett.
six-
I
that
am
was day
sat
60.
from Catherine. Great moment.
I am sad. That was a great moment. What
You
the hell
had-
is Catherine underwear? Like, what did I miss?
See, I don't know
Like,
that one. I really don't know all of these. Believe me.
My jury, our jury, my block, your block. Like, I don't know what some of this is referencing.
We definitely didn't talk about a lot of these references. I remember soft bullying from Zach. That's what he said Jimmy was doing. It was, I believe you have a prompt. The casuals love it. Butler, they love. Elimination in quotes. I know what that means. Shower gates, of course. The piss on the floor.
Piss on the floor. That's up there for me, that fight.
You're literally obsessed with me. Human
Checkpoint.
chemistry is a great. Checkpoint's great. My block, your block, my jury, our jury. I think those all kind of go together. So I'm glad they're all next
I'm
to
like
each other.
kind of shocked. I don't know what a lot of these mean. That bothers me. Like,
What's option F?
dodgeball?
Option 1? Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
What's day
recent one.
What's day 70?
I don't know. Day 70 would have been Lauren's eviction, maybe? I don't know. Or the double eviction?
But like, why is that on the bottom?
I don't know. That's the thing.
Let me go see.
I
The person
don't-
who made this, their mind, they know everything.
Stolen Drag Race quotes. That's really funny because that's Jimmy. And he would steal all the Drag Race quotes.
Yeah. What would my favorite moment be from this season? Because now I'm questioning it. I was going to say like that first, probably like Ava walking in on Morgan rubbing Vince's arm. I think that was up there for me and
Oh,
her
that's a good
subsequent
one. Oh my
faces
God,
that she was
Riley.
making. Obviously everything from Riley's eviction. There's so many. I feel like there's a lot of Rachel moments that I could point out too. Rachel getting her ring in the hot tub.
That was funny.
Oh goodness.
I'm looking Riley's boner.
Oh yeah, unfortunately that made the rounds. That was
that
viral.
unfortunately was a moment that happened.
We didn't talk about that on the podcast.
Yeah.
Ashley's vote change. That might actually be my favorite. That is definitely something that we will
Oh
bring
my
up
God,
for
see, like, how
forever
could-
and ever.
That's a winner right there. Like
The winner voted wrong. She did that.
she tried to change her vote.
Donald from Twitch and YouTube. What are you doing in this chat saying Ashley's the worst winner? Same as Josh. Vince was a better. Donald, what are we doing? What's going on?
Oh boy.
Sorry to put Donald over you, Zach, but had to point that out. Riley Blockbuster, so rigged. Riley, is that you? Riley, you in our chat? Donald? Riley? Okay.
Let's see.
I'll wait for you to get that out of your system, Donald. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go Ashley vote. That's my favorite.
I think that and the pee on the floor because that fight was really funny, like really funny.
Oh, day 59 was no feeds.
Oh, from the White Locust.
Yeah, because day 60 was. So I guess day 59 was whenever it actually happened, and then day. What the heck? I'm trying to find day 70 right now.
So we have pee on the floor. We have Ashley's vote. Zach, you have to pick a favorite moment. And I will say, I will be thinking of more moments right after we're done with this. And I'll be
Me
like,
too,
I don't
'cause
know
that
why.
always happens to me, and I'm like,
I
well, how did I
didn't.
miss like that? I'm trying to let me look. Do I have anything in my favorites that I like don't?
Terrell, that was really funny. But okay, everyone. Wait, has anyone else said their favorite moment? Morgan cutting the pizza. Okay, great. That edited into the
Morgan cutting
Zingbot.
pizza was a good one.
That's a good moment, Trill. Colton said
I
Zach
feel
getting hit
like-
with the cue cards.
That was a good one. I
Ashley
feel like even,
revoting.
like,
Thank you, Music Bites. Riley going home.
Ashley like winning the final HOH would even probably be a
Yeah,
lot of people's top
you
moment.
could definitely pick a moment from yesterday. That's your favorite. Or Rachel's scream in the episode was probably my favorite part of yesterday. Or the high five between Rachel and Will was great. Donald says the Zingbot zings. Thank you, Donald.
Oh my god, Ashley having the toilet paper coming out of her butt when she was talking to Rachel
three
for like 30
times.
Oh, yeah.
minutes. Yeah.
That happened like 3 times. Oh, Raphael said lemon drop. Julie's moment. Julie's
Lemon
best
drop.
moment of the
That
season.
was a good
Definitely.
one.
Joke and Julie came out that night.
Yeah, she did.
50 or day 70 was whenever Vince told Lauren he's nominating her.
Okay.
And the Morgan and Vince fighting.
Oh, that was a good night too, because that was like the soap opera night where they were just Morgan was like, "You're putting Lauren up, or we're done," and it went on forever. I mean, all of their conversations did. I'm gonna miss them.
Ashley's mirror stare.
Ashley's mirror stare meme, yeah. Was there a Kelly moment that we enjoyed as a group? No.
That.
No. I think Rachel telling Kelly off at the hammock that she didn't want to hug was a great moment too that we should consider. She's so mean to me.
Or Kelly finding out that what the feeds actually are.
Kelly did find that out.
Wait, so like they can listen to us, like, and then Vince is like, yeah, like right now, like what we're doing right now, yeah,
it's just this. I think is what Vince said. Literally,
Yeah.
It's just this.
You know what? The whole house crapping on the White Locust.
Yeah,
afterwards.
I mean that was a great.
good
That was like
moment.
at least like okay, they're feeling this too. That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Overall, I think I'm gonna think that maybe they should pivot to this. How are we gonna feel about this season in comparison to either all of the seasons, or if you just want to go modern era, if that's easier to kind of divvy it up? Because we've talked about our rankings. Has it changed for anyone since then?
yeah.
I don't
24.
remember.
26.
24, 26.
20.
Ooh.
Yeah, 20, 27.
Okay. 24, 26, 27.
23, and then 25.
Okay. Nick, have you changed at all since we last talked?
I mean, I would rank it like second. 26, 27, 25, 23, 24.
Yeah, that's right. That was our big point. Was we had Zach 24 on top, you had 24 on bottom.
I'm sorry. I love Taylor Hale, but that season was a monstrosity to watch live, and it was not fun. So,
yeah. I would still go 26 on top for me. I have, to be fair, I have not rewatched all of these seasons, so I'm gonna go
I
26.
haven't rewatched either.
26 on top, and then I might go 27 now after 26. A winner changes a lot of my, and I also feel like the end game for this season, even post Rachel being out, even though it's one of the worst things to ever happen, the show with Ashley as the winner, it's less of an asterisk just because they were aligned so closely. And if that's unfair, if that's being a bit biased, I'm sorry, but I feel like Ashley was not benefited by Rachel leaving the game, and had to adapt yet again, which is a more of her case as to why she's a good winner. And so for that, I will push it up to second. I'm loving it a lot more than all these other seasons right now, at least in my mind. So I'll go 26, 27, 24, 23, not 24, 23, 24, then 25. All right, and I saw Shy Boy said 26, 27, 23. Oh, the same thing. I didn't copy you, Shy Boy, I promise. I did, but not intentionally.
24, you're saying the winner puts it all the way high for me. And
Tom,
I feel
what are we doing? It's not. That's not. This was. Oh, this is a good time to bring up. Ashley and Chelsea are the first back-to-back female winners for the first time in 20 something odd years since Lisa in June did it. So,
Wow.
yes, it's so hard for guys to win now. Anyway,
it's gonna be hard for you, Barrett.
whatever. I don't. It
Good
doesn't
thing
matter.
the blockbuster.
Yeah, I'll be saved. I'm fine. Okay. What do we? Okay, now I guess now that we have that, since we have Ashley up on our screen still, where do we think? Where do we place Ashley in the realm of winners or just modern winners, if it's easier for people?
God, see,
Because
I tried like thinking about this earlier. This is so
That's
hard.
this is a difficult question to ask a day after a season, so don't feel like your opinion now is gonna hold true a year from now. But
Is that excluding? That's excluding Over the Top, right?
I would. But I mean, if you want to bring Alex into the argument, sure. Not Alex, Morgan.
Don't do that.
At least they're
to my
related.
girl. They are. They're both my girls, but
Because that's the first time it happened, and then I'm not bringing it up. Oddly enough,
right before that,
another time that it happened was reindeer games, and then
I know.
Yeah,
I already know. But no, we weren't.
women in a row.
We weren't counting OTT in that scenario, but I see what you mean. It's
But
at least.
yeah,
I think
main
Morgan's always
season.
worth mentioning for the record, even if I mixed her up with Alex for a second.
Period. Because that's my queen.
Yeah, Alex is always worth mentioning.
I would say Chelsea is on top of the winners in my mind of the modern era. I think as of right now, I might place what? Okay, you're making that face, which I don't like. First of all, Jag is the only person who I automatically put at the bottom. Everybody else, I have to at least think about it. If that makes you feel any better, Zach. But Jag's at the bottom. I put Chelsea at the top. Right now, I might throw just for watching the. I'm gonna throw Ashley as second right now, and then. See, this is hard. I like Xavier and I like Taylor a lot. I think Taylor is a really good story, but I want Taylor then Xavier, and then Jag. Just because with 23, Xavier winning, kind of boring to me, and he was not the mastermind of that alliance necessarily. So he did a great part in it, but he was
wasn't
not
the
the
mastermind.
mastermind. Not that Ashley was the mastermind of the judges necessarily, but I liked watching Ashley's game more than I liked watching Xavier's game in Taylor's game. So
And if it wasn't for that alliance, he would have been gone sooner.
Shy Boy, good answer.
Mine is Taylor. Okay, this is tough.
Yeah. For the record, Music Bites, I do not hate Taylor Hale in the slightest.
Taylor, Ashley, Chelsea, Xavier, Jag.
Well, we're all in agreement that Xavier and Jack is the bottom two. Is what I'm
Mhm.
hearing. Yeah, I would say Chelsea, Taylor, Ashley, and then Xavier, Jack.
Okay. There you have it. We'll see how the YouTube perennial powers and Peridium and Ethanimel rank Ashley as a winner going forward, because
So excited to see their how Ashley won Big Brother 27 videos or whatever they are. Like when they make
it's
the
already
deep
out.
dives.
I'm just kidding.
I was like, damn, he got to work.
It's on top of it.
But I'm very much looking forward to that since you brought them up.
I am too. Chelsea made Peridium's top 5 winners of all time, if I remember correctly, with the new series of videos.
Yeah.
So very, very respected. I mean, deservedly so. But just saying, we're talking about Donald Dents from Twitch and YouTube. Jag and Dan and Dr. Will are your favorite winners. I agree with some of those. I agree with about 2 of those. That's Donald, why are you showing up at the finale? I need you to show up at the premiere.
You're funny.
Are you too busy on Twitch and YouTube to join us in the chat? Come on. Okay. Anyway, what else do you want to talk about to finish up this season?
Diary room count.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You send that to me on Discord.
I did. I don't remember who had the most. So
I'm
Actually,
gonna
maybe I do.
guess the lip.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Keanu second.
Really? I think Morgan's second.
Okay. Your final guess for most.
Yeah, Vince.
Vince.
You are correct. It is Vince. Vince is number 1. Can you figure out who has I don't want to do the least amount just overall. That's kind of boring. Of the jury portion of the game. Can you tell me who has the least?
Lauren.
Oh, Lauren?
I'm doing math still. Hold on.
Isn't the
No,
final
it's not
number-
Lauren. It's
I
not
swear to
Lauren.
God, I swear
Lauren's
to
the
God,
next
it's
to
Ashley.
last.
Is it Ashley?
No.
Okay.
Ashley had
Who's
more than
Will?
4 jurors, it seems.
Is it Will?
It was Will, yeah.
Hmm.
Will had 104 compared to Vince's 326.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Let me pull up the chart now. Oh, the big reveal. Oh, you can't read that. Oh, okay. Wait, it had it for a second.
Wait, if you you might be able to open the image in a new tab. If you right click it.
Yeah.
You're so smart. I can probably form fit it from here.
Donald, don't worry. We're Morgan girls in this house. I'm gonna be watching her streams and I'm gonna be looking for you in the chat. Don't worry.
Okay, so here is your list. Ashley ended up with Ashley's up here on top. This is just eviction order with 171 total. Her most clearly came in the last 4 weeks of the game.
And first week.
Not even compared to the first week. I mean, she had 5, 5, 11, and 0 in her first week episodes, and then 22. Oh wait,
she was top 4 that week.
Okay, I'll give you that.
And you
And I'm kind of misreading the end of this anyway. You're right. But Vince all the way through. Look how many blue weeks he's had. First, or I guess all of his HOHs, but God, he had how many weeks where he just had the most out of anyone? Probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He had 6 weeks where he had more DRs than anybody else in the game. Or 6 rounds. No, weeks. And then who was the next most? What?
Is that Rachel?
Rachel is right here, number 9. Rachel's here with the 44.
Okay.
So Rachel Riley only had 1 week in this entire game where she actually had more DRs than the rest of the house did. Or the rest of the house, or another house guest. So Rachel's getting outperformed most weeks of this game.
Is that Jimmy in week 2?
Jimmy
Yeah,
is...
Jimmy had hella DRs, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then...
So, Morgan... No, Vince, Jimmy...
Jimmy, Lauren.
Lauren.
Somehow had the most in the 3rd week. Well, her HOH.
Yeah.
But
And then Rachel.
Catherine.
No,
No,
Mickey.
Mickey, then Rachel.
No, Mickey, and then Vince.
This
again.
is Rachel. Oh, at the top. Yeah, that's right. And then
Rachel, and
then
then
back
Vince
to
again.
Vince.
And then
It's got to be Keanu. Keanu.
yeah, I guess that's the leaky one. And then Vince again.
Yep. And then Morgan.
Keanu and Morgan tied. And then
Yep.
Vince again. And then Vince
And then
again.
Vince again. This was the Vince show all the way to the end. Who would have thought? Maybe I need to pop up his picture again.
Who's shocked?
This is what we're talking about.
The mastermind.
Yeah. And there we had it. I ain't got much else.
I don't know if I do either.
Scary to say we don't have much else, but
I mean,
I
it's
don't.
pretty 6-1. I mean,
It's amazing. That's what it is.
6-1 indeed.
and then I was thinking too, like, because Catherine and Mickey would be 8 and 9, right? If it was a 9-person jury.
It would have been Mickey and
Catherine.
yes.
They would have voted for Vince.
Maybe. Who knows what Mickey does? Who knows what either of them do? I don't know.
I mean, Mickey said in her like video thing, they did like some weird TikTok where they all said who they would vote for, and all of them did say Ashley, except Zach, who said Morgan.
Of course.
And Zay,
Oh my gosh.
Zay said himself, and Adrian said the bread, which I'm so overhearing, honestly.
jeez.
But it's
It's
like,
his
can we please
thing.
just have an opinion? Like, not make this about whatever.
Well,
But they
you
did all say
hear?
Ashley. I was kind of shocked. Did I hear?
And then they spilled some tea.
As they do. Yeah, they're really good at that.
I feel like that's the most like active pre-jury.
Yeah, because they want followers.
I was about to say,
That's
active
why.
is putting it very nicely.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Engaging. I don't know.
Yeah, they want followers. That's why all of them are active.
Shy Boy asks, who
are-
would you all want to see return? Pick 2 people.
Guy and girl.
It's whoever you want. 2 people. You would want to see on another season of Big Brother. You have to pick 2 of them.
Morgan.
Morgan,
And
I like that. I was like, I can't think of everyone as there's literally a picture of every single person directly in front
Yeah,
of me.
this is a good slide to have up. I would say Morgan and just bring
Will.
Morgan.
Morgan
Will?
Will.
The Big Brother is not going to set up Will for success. Is the only reason I'm not going to say
Yeah.
Will.
Come on, bring back Will. Bring back Felicia. Bring back Jerry.
Yeah, so they could all do that part 2 final HOH comp.
Yeah.
Imagine that final 3.
It's sad that I can't really pick a second. I don't want to. Ashley's an easy answer, but I'm not going to pick her. But maybe Keanu. Maybe he learns. I don't know. Like Keanu, weirdly enough, was.
Boring answer.
I know, but I'm not gonna. I used to want to pick Jimmy, but I'm not. I don't want to pick Jimmy anymore.
Come on,
No.
you know you want to pick Jimmy.
I
No, I'm
have
good.
the correct answer.
Okay, what is it?
Morgan and Zach.
Catherine.
Zach?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think Zach would be a good like second chance type person.
Yeah, I could see the storyline. The
I
most
think he
dumb,
had
the
potential. We
most
were calling
boneheaded
him the
move.
winner. We were calling Zach and Vince the final 2 of the season, and then Zach didn't.
We were
use
half
his
right.
power. Yeah, we were half right. You know,
I don't find Zach that interesting.
I liked him so much more than I liked Vince. I'm very.
Oh
upset
yeah,
that, like,
Yeah,
I like really wish that week Vince left instead of Zach. Can you imagine how
I do
like,
too.
different things would have been?
Are we surprised that there's no winter season announced? Oh wait, Zach, did you pick 2 players?
Yeah, I said Ashley and Will.
Okay.
No, wait, no, Ashley. I said Morgan and Will. I will note this though. I would like to see Ashley return, but winners who have returned have not fared well in modern season. So
They would
don't know.
fling Ashley right out that door if she returned. I
Yeah,
don't
guaranteed.
want
Yeah,
her
that's-
to come back.
if it was an all winter season or Legends season,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
sign her up, but no, not on an All Stars cast.
Yeah. Donald from Twitch and YouTube also wants an all-winter season. I agree. I think that would be fun if we can get the right people. It's a hard one to organize though. That is for sure. You need to have it like be a few weeks long, practically.
I'm very confused about what these people wanting these people to return. But anyways,
What? You don't want
answer-
Kat to return?
No, people are saying Riley in the chat, which is blowing my mind. But to answer your question about the winter season, no, I'm not shocked. I think we could potentially be getting a Celebrity Big Brother season, because they do like to do it alongside the Olympics, and they don't normally announce that at the finale.
Yeah, they usually announce it during like January.
Yeah, or like a little, yeah, like they announce it like after. So I'm not like shocked. Like I wasn't expecting that.
Would you rather Celebrity Big Brother or Reindeer Games?
Celebrity Big Brother. I don't want Reindeer Games. I mean, I do, but like I'd prefer Celebrity Big Brother. Let me say that. I wouldn't mind Reindeer Games, but I would prefer Celebrity Big Brother.
Or a Legends season where it's only like a month?
No. Because they're gonna pick the worst legends possible. I don't trust them.
Are you telling me you don't want to see Cameron, Jag, Keanu,
Exactly.
and
The legends would not be legending. So
I have immensely
Nicole, the 41-year-old woman, Daniel Durston?
I've enjoyed immensely watching Big Brother players, or especially legends, go on traders and using that as my if they played Big Brother again type of way of viewing them. Because to watch like Dan Giesling or Rachel or upcoming season like with Tiffany, or watching Brittany Haynes and Danielle Reyes last season, like it's just so much fun to watch them play a game that's kind of has Big Brother elements, but they're kind of viewed as almost threats because they come from a game that was all about manipulation and socializing. Danny and Dan were so bad. I don't think Dan was bad. He just shouldn't have been a traitor. Because like duh. But it was still cool to see him. I think oh, and then also you get to watch people like Derek Levasseur get completely fooled by Boston Rob in that game, and it was amazing. Or not fooled, but get bested by him in the best way possible. But
You know, the best Big Brother player of all time.
yeah. But it goes to show, like, if they were on Outwitted by the Housewives, and don't forget Pilot Pete as well was in the mix of that, and Bergie. But
Wasn't Zac Efron's brother in there too?
yeah, he was on the most recent season.
Man, it's almost like we should, you know, maybe cover it whenever it's on.
Yeah, speaking of, people are really bullying us already to cover Survivor and Amazing Race, so they're asking for the schedule. We don't have a schedule.
It's up to y'all. I'm ready whenever. I've seen both episodes. I'm locked and loaded and ready to go.
All right. How many episodes have we had of each so far? I know just one of each.
One of each.
I don't want to wait another year to talk to y'all either, so
I agree, Trell. I agree.
So maybe we can figure something out this week, I guess. It's Survivor. They both come on this week. They'll both be 2 episodes in. I don't think we can do a weekly thing. I don't know if I could do a weekly talk about an hour's worth of Amazing Race. I feel like we need to bank a couple of episodes or something. So
I kind of agree with that.
So you know what?
Bi-weekly.
We'll figure it out. I'm not good at talking about Survivor. I'm really not. I don't.
How do you know? You've never talked about it.
I've tried. Not very
When?
good at it, but I can point out what is on the screen in front of me, and we can do that.
Who won
But
season 21?
The premiere was not very hard to follow.
that's like the year after Suri was on like Heroes versus Villains, right?
Yes, it was.
Wow, I'm actually really impressed that you knew that.
And Heroes vs. Villains is where Sandra Diaz-Twine won.
Oh.
Thank you. That's all I
Secret
have.
Survivor fan.
What I do is I just take don't use the season that you gave me and only use a season that's around it that I do know.
Barrett couldn't name one person on season 21.
No.
Yeah.
He would know
Absolutely
it, though,
not.
if he saw it.
Maybe. You know what? I got to deal with 49 first, apparently, before I can deal with 21. Okay, but that's the consensus. We'll talk about it. We'll let you, if you're in like the Discord, or if you just see our post here on Facebook, where I told you we were gonna wait a day to do this podcast, then you'll see it there as well, or you'll get an alert if you have your notification bell that we're about to talk about Survivor or Amazing Race.
Or follow us.
Or follow all of us. Yeah, I'm gonna plug that at the end too. But the links are in the description right now. You could do it.
Don't worry, chat. I will bully them to make sure that we at least try to cover it.
Zach is good at, if nothing, but he's good at soft bullying.
Really good at peer pressure. I'm not gonna lie.
Drag Race
I
recaps.
love Drag Race, but Barrett and Zach do not watch Drag Race.
I'd argue I know more about Drag Race than I know about Survivor.
You do, because you know who Eureka is.
Eureka? Milk?
Eureka Springs?
I forgot Eureka was like a thing that Daniel Icon Brown he brought up Eureka.
I know a drag queen, and I was like, who? And you're like, Eureka. And I was like, why do you know Eureka of all people?
If any of you have been watching us since Big Brother 18, you know Eureka. Or if you watch Drag Race, you know Eureka. But I mean, if you don't watch Drag Race, you happen to remember that reference. But yeah, I feel like I'm decent with my Drag Race knowledge. Brett Ashley Hawkins has helped me a lot over the years. I feel like just through osmosis, I've learned a lot. But okay, that's it. I think we're done talking about Big Brother 27 for now, and you guys don't have to worry about not seeing us for a year, unless you don't like watching any of the other shows we might cover. In which case, bye.
Or just don't like us.
Donald, I need you to watch Survivor and Amazing Race, please.
Yeah, Donald, we're eagerly awaiting.
Get off Twitch and YouTube for just 5 minutes and come watch us, okay? Or get off Twitch and YouTube and watch us on Twitch or YouTube. Okay, I'm gonna pull up Islands in the stream, which is scary to say.
My God, it's over.
I know. Well, y'all take in the memory wall one last time, because this is the last time you will see this.
Oh my gosh, they look so great in black and white or gray.
All right, everybody. Asmodeus is released. We are free. We are exercised, and we can now go back into have nights of sleep. We don't have to think about Vorgan. We don't have to think about the masterminds. We don't have to think about Janky potentially being the mastermind. All of it's over. Big Brother 27. It came and it went. 80 days. Fun season. Fun time covering it with all of you. Everyone who's been here from day one with us on our failed stream talking about the cast, up into present day, talking about Ashley as the winner of Big Brother 27. Thank you so much for joining us. Everyone who was in chat, Trail, Shyboy, Music, Colton, Joseph, Big Sissy Banana, can I call you Big Sissy? Everyone who else was here tonight? It's gonna give me inspiration. Well, Donald, of course, was here tonight. Donald's stealing the show in the last hour of the last podcast. Everyone, Jameson, as always, T-Maz in the Facebook group, everyone who's joined our Discord. Yeah, Big Bro Junkie, oh my goodness, helping me out a ton. BB Lion,
Roxy.
Toombs, all of it. Roxy Hopman, oh my gosh, let's give it up for Roxy Hopman, everybody. Do I have claps? No, I don't have the soundboard. Anyway, also, Zach, if we can call it back for a second to our Summer of Mystery, where you set up this beautiful slideshow for all of us. With everyone. We never knew that the true superfan was going to be winning this game against the master of none himself, Vince Pinaro, the claimed superfan. And with that, I do want to say thank you, Nick and Zach, for joining me as my Big Brother esteemed colleagues this season. I don't know what I would do without you. I unironically listen to this podcast afterwards just to hear y'all talk about your points for the times that I'm distracted with getting everything ready in the background and being like, oh my God, they made a great point. I wish I had said something to them. So thank you both, as always. And with that, follow us, subscribe, like the video. I'm going to get to the end of Islands of the Stream. And if you've been watching us for 10 seasons on this channel, since we were called Julie's Chin back in Big Brother 18, you're crazy. But thank you. And we'll see you soon. If not this week, who knows at this point. But Zach, say the thing you always say, and let's get out of here.
Love one another. Perception is reality. Our reality.
Goodbye, everyone. We got to the horns. We never get to the horns.